Aloha sports fans, welcome to the 2014 NCAA Summer League Championship game at Manoa Rec. I am Gary Dickman. To my left, color commentator Tony Salito. We're looking forward to a great game with number 3 seed Solar Universe against number 5 seed Grantco Pacific. Both teams went 2-0 last week to get to the championship game. We're looking forward to a great game, an exciting and close game.
Yeah, I know. I was pleased with the performances of both teams coming out of playing 2 games a night, which is very hard to do. And they're both champion. They're both in the championship game, so we're looking forward to seeing the conclusion tonight.
And we're going to look back at some highlights from last week to show you the games. Again, both teams playing right now went 2-0 last week, as Tony just said, which is remarkable, beating the top 2 seeds and knocking them out. In the first game last Saturday, it was Grantco Pacific with only 7 players beating Walt Strategy Partners, and we're taking a look back at that game. It was a great game where Walt Strategy was up by 22 points, 82-60, and then Grantco made a great comeback and took the lead. Walt Strategy takes another lead with 45 seconds left, and then Grantco ends up winning 102-99 in the first game of the day. In the second game of the first round yesterday, we're going to show highlights of that in just a second. We're watching more of Grantco last week. Again, shorthanded, but Christian Standhardinger leads the way with 38 points, and they get the victory 102-99. In the second game of last Saturday, it was Chosen Few going up against Grantco Pacific. That was their second game of the day. Tony, you and I called that game. That was a good game, and we expected Grantco to show some fatigue, but they really didn't.
Well, you know, I think they had 2 pro players playing on their team, which I think is a great advantage. Jeremy Robinson and Stan Hardinger, who's going to play pro ball in Europe next year. That's a hard tandem to beat, and I think they performed extremely well. I can't wait to watch them play tonight in a championship game. It's going to be really exciting.
Grantco Pacific with Christian Standhardinger, 38 points in the first game, 31 in the second game. He said he wasn't tired. All the players said 2 games for them was really not that difficult at all. Now, the team they're playing, Solar Universe, with Artie Wilson's team, they're missing a couple of players, but they had Derek Lowe and Al Kai Wong, and their first game of the afternoon was against National Fire Protection. And we're watching Derek Lowe right now doing what Derek Lowe does, just shoot the ball off of a dribble, making unbelievable passes for easy shots with his teammates. He led the way in the first game, had a lot of support from other players. Jay Mabry going up for the layup, Kavika Smith helping out, and they win that first game 83-70. And then their second game of the evening, the last semifinal, was watching some more highlights with Drew Vienna making some good shots, Kavika Smith going up for the easy dunk. 83-70 again, the final score in their first game. And they advance to the second semifinal. They go up against Clark Hatch Fitness. And that was a 1-point game at the half. And Tony, you and I were talking, saying this game is going to go down to whoever has the ball last. Derek Lowe sits out the beginning of the second half, comes back in, and when he came back in, Al Kai Wong went off.
Yeah, well, Al Kai played a great game. He had 44 points, which is unbelievable. But I'm a Derek Lowe fan. You know, I'm a point guard fan. I think point guards win games. And I can't wait to see how Derek performs tonight, because I think, I'm just taking a guess, an educated one I hope, I think that'll give them a little bit of an edge over Grantco Pacific, because he is such an outstanding player, 7 years of pro ball, and he just performs very well.
Yeah, I think this game is going to be a toss-up. We're going to have a lot of fun here. Welcome thanks for joining us on Olelo TV. Thanks for coming down to Manoa Rec, seeing a great game, still have room left. We're going to talk to both coaches, some of the players on each team, have the national anthem, and we are looking forward to a great, exciting championship game. Doing this for 38 years. Now, I haven't been here for all 38. You've been here for almost all of them, haven't you?
I did. I have a lot of players that have played in it. I have a lot of players here right now that are coaching. So it's always been exciting for me, and I just like to congratulate Pat Taneebe, who does such a great job. I think half of my wins I attribute to Pat Taneebe because of Summer League basketball.
Yeah, 1976, this league started. It's been going on ever since. Different gyms over the years. It's been at Manoa Rec for a while, and it's an exciting league, and we're looking for a great championship game coming up in just a few minutes. Again, we're going to talk to both coaches coming up in just a minute, both Artie Wilson and Alan Silva. Talk to some of the players. You'll hear the announcement of the starting lineup, the national anthem as well, and in just a little while, we'll be ready for the jump ball, all here on Olelo TV. It's going to be a lot of fun. This championship game is going to be great. Both teams definitely deserve to be here. We are back with one of the coaches from Solar Universe, Artie Wilson, here for the championship game. Artie, this has got to be business as usual for you being in the championship game.
Well, our goal all the time is to play for the championship, and I'm very proud of this team this year because they struggled early, but they started to play real well, and we've ended pretty strong.
Any hints as far as your advice to the team for tonight?
Score one more point than the other team. That's basically it. I'm proud of these guys. They played hard. The biggest challenge we'll have is competing on the inside, but that disadvantage on the defensive end is an advantage on the offensive end. So it'll be whether it's size beats quickness, and that's what the game is going to come down to.
Artie, could you give us an estimate about how many years you've been coaching in this league?
Probably 25 to 30.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd just like to thank you on behalf of all the players you've had and really thank you for your participation. I think it's improved basketball in the state of Hawaii, and I really appreciate it a lot, myself personally.
Well, I appreciate you because you guys got me a lot of players early on in my career when I was playing here and coaching, and we've done pretty well, and I'm very happy to be a part of this.
Well, thanks again.
I got one last question for Artie. You've won a lot of championships in this league. Who gets the trophy?
You know, I don't know where the trophies go. I have one, and I don't know the other ones. I'm not sure exactly where they are. Maybe this one, I'll cut it up and divide it among about 8 guys.
No, I think there's only one, and Pat has it.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's
Same one every year. Thanks, Artie. Good luck tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck, Art.
And we're going to be joined by his opposing coach from Grantco Pacific. Nice handshake there. Alan Silva joins us here. And, Alan, your team went 2-0 last week. We talked to you before the game about that and after the game. What were your thoughts on last Saturday's performance by your team?
I was very happy with Saturday's performance. You know, they played defense about time. And they ran, 2 games. And we don't have the youngest guys on our team either, right? But they did really, really well.
Now, you had about 7 players for the most part last week. What about tonight? Do you have enough guys?
We have 7. We have 7. So we're okay.
It's a lucky 7.
Listen, Coach, I coached against you in high school. I watched you play at Chaminade, and I watched you coach in NCAA Summer League. Which one do you enjoy the most?
Coach, that's me coaching against you, man. The Hawaii Pacific, right? Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that.
Okay, that's Alan Silva here. Good luck, Alan. We will talk to the winning coach after the game,
luck,
so one
Al.
of these coaches will be back with us. We hope to get a couple of the players here, one player from each team. And as Tony and I were just talking, both of these coaches have a lot of experience. Speaking of experience, we're going to be joined by Christian Standhardinger now, standout for the University of Hawaii. Christian, congratulations on making it to the championship. Your thoughts on tonight?
We are the underdogs, and we just got to give our best and try to win this game somehow.
Why do you think you're the underdog?
Because they got a lot of good players, and they got an amazing amazing coach, so let's see what we can do.
How do you compare the Summer League to the University of Hawaii games that you played?
Well, I think the level is not as high as when I play in college Division I basketball. It's still a good level, though, and it's more, I don't know, I play hard in both games, so it doesn't matter, actually.
Give us a little bit of a talk about your future, Christian. What do you think you're going to be doing in the next year or two?
I'm going to play a tournament in Chicago, and then I got to go home to my family, spend some time with it. And then my agent said we got to make a decision where we're going to go, where we want to go.
Now, are we going to be graced with your presence next summer, too, or will you not be coming back?
I mean, Hawaii is a beautiful place, so I will never say that I'm not coming back. I don't know in which situation of my life I am, but if I can come back, I will come back.
Well, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, this could be Christian Standhardinger's last game in Hawaii. You'll get to see it on Olelo TV. And we hope to be joined by one of the players from Solar Universe, and he is walking over here right now. Great talent on both teams for tonight's game, and it doesn't get any better than this, where we have Derek Lowe joining us. Derek, congratulations on being in the championship game. Your thoughts on tonight?
I just think it's going to be a tough game, and we don't expect anything less, from these guys, and we're just going to come out, play to win, and plain and simple.
How many years have you played in the Summer League?
Oh, I don't know. I do feel like one of the dinosaurs in this league.
Well, you still got a game. You probably have played since you were in junior high or high school, but another championship game. Everybody's followed your career at Iolani and Washington State and now overseas. Good luck tonight. Tony's got a question for you.
Listen, I wanted to know, Derek, where are you going to go back and play this year, or haven't you decided yet?
I haven't decided yet. Just until that moment happens, just enjoying being home.
And could you tell us how many years this will be playing overseas for you?
Yeah, this is going to be my 7th year playing.
Well, congratulations and good luck to you tonight, Derek.
Thanks, Derek. Good luck tonight. And that was Derek Lowe, former Iolani standout, Washington State standout. He's played overseas for several years, as Tony and he just said, and looking forward to a great game. One of these players will join us after the game in the post game. We're going to announce the all-league team coming up in a few minutes. We're going to meet all the starting players. You're going to hear the national anthem. It's got a great atmosphere here at Manoa Rec. We are just a few minutes away from tip-off. Teams are warming up. You heard from the coaches and the players. We are expecting a very exciting game here for the 2014 championship game of the NCAA Summer League at Manoa Rec, and Tony and I are looking forward to a great game. I really think this is going to be a close game as well, going down to the last minute or two.
Well, it'll be very exciting. I can't wait.
And we're looking forward to that. We're going to be with you throughout the night, have a lot of post-game festivities. We'll meet the winning team and talk to them afterwards. Coming up in just a minute or two, we will hear the starting lineups, as I said. We will also hear the national anthem, and Tony and I will announce the all-league teams, all great players, all deserving. That is coming up just ahead on Olelo TV here.
Summer Basketball League, Christian Stan Harding.
All right, Chris.
And this is the outstanding play, the most outstanding player in the league, Christian Stan Hardinger, averaged 45.6 points a game, coming over to get another trophy and his picture taken. Apologize for the technical difficulty, should be all straightened out. And right after this, we should be ready for the starting lineups of both teams as soon as Christian finishes taking his pictures. Looking forward to a great game. And again, thanks for joining us on Olelo TV. That is the last of the individual awards, and we are getting ready for the announcement and the introduction of the starting lineup for both teams. Both teams with basically their same roster from before. A couple additions here, and we'll get to them. We've got Kavika Smith, Kona Makawa, Derek Lowe, Tim Shepard, all for Solar Universe, and also Alkai Wong, who had 44 points. Their starting lineup basically from last week.
Yeah, they have a lot of good collegiate players on the team. I think Kimo was played junior college, the only one. The rest all played Division II and Division I. They were very outstanding for their team.
For Grantco Pacific, their starters are coming out on the court. Joshua Burnett from Maryknoll High School, Jeremy Robinson, Sean Cadell from the Army, and then we've also got Farbot Farman and, of course, Christian Stan Hardinger. Those are the 5 starters for Grantco Pacific.
Some more college players, and Josh Burnett was the outstanding player in the state of Hawaii for basketball this year. Well deserved. Terrific job.
And the players shake hands, wish each other good luck. We are just seconds away from the jump ball here for the 2014 championship game for the NCAA Summer League at Manoa Rec. Looking forward to that as Farman will jump up against Kona Makawa. Not the tallest guy for Solar Universe, but probably their best jumper. So I had a feeling it wouldn't be Tim Shepard, and we are getting ready for the jump ball. Everybody's set, and it is time for the championship game as we get set for the jump ball right now. Solar Universe moving from our right to left. Grantco Pacific from left to right. Jump ball is controlled by Joshua Burnett. Gives it over to Jeremy Robinson. Covered by Derek Lowe. Over to Christian Stan Hardinger on the left elbow. Throws up a turnaround jumper. Nothing but net. That's what we expected from the leading scorer in the lead.
Chris never saw a shot he didn't like.
That is true. Derek Lowe comes up court. Covered by Joshua Burnett. Goes in the paint. Loses the ball momentarily. Picks it up. Gives it to McCullough driving to the basket. Bank shot layup is no good. Stan Hardinger with the rebound. He gives it over to Jeremy Robinson. Looking to run. Covered by Derek Lowe. Screen left by Stan Hardinger, moves back to his right, nothing there. Behind the back dribble, gives it over to Burnett by the right three-point line. He gives it down to Stan Hardinger at the baseline. Double team, looked for somebody cutting, nobody there, but he finds Burnett over on the left side. He drives baseline. Nothing there. Stan Hardinger with a little bank shot. It is in, and it is Stan Hardinger 4, Solar Universe 0.
And I'll tell you, there's 4 pro players out there on that court. I hope people appreciate what they're seeing tonight.
Kavika Smith with the ball, covered by Stan Hardinger, goes up for a jump shot. It is nothing but net, and it is 4-2 Grantco Pacific. Just under 19 minutes left in the first half. Sean Cadell with the ball, covered by Alkai Wong, who had that great game last week with 44 points. Robinson in the paint. He drives left-handed layup is off. McCullough gets the rebound. He looks to run, finds Wong over to Derek Lowe on the left side. Three-pointer from the left, and it is nothing but net. Derek Lowe with a quick three, and it is 5-4 Solar Universe with their first lead of the evening. Sean Cadell passes midcourt over on the left, covered by Wong. Farmon ready to set a screen. Cadell on the top of the three-point line. Finds Jeremy Robinson over the left, covered by Derek Lowe. Looking for somebody cutting, doesn't find anybody. Over to the right to Burnett. He drives into the paint on the left side. Left-handed layup is no good. Stan Hardinger with the offensive rebound and putback. And Christian Stan Hardinger, all 6 points for Grantco Pacific. Low with the ball, advances into paint going the other way. He gets fouled before the shot by Joshua Burnett, and I believe that will be out of bounds for Solar Universe in back of their basket. Kavika Smith ready to inbound.
So far, Stan Hardinger is 3 for 3 or 4 for 4?
3 for 3. He has all 6 points for Grantco Pacific as they lead 6-5. First substitution of the evening. It's kind of surprising that it's this soon, but we have got a substitution, and it is Avery coming in for Solar Universe.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Came in for who?
And they looked inbounds. Drive baseline by Derek Lowe, blocked by Farmon. We saw that last Saturday night. Burnett comes up court, goes to the left, over to Farmon. Ball is tipped away, hits the backboard, out of bounds, and Grantco Pacific will inbound underneath their basket. And Tim Shepard did not last long in the first minute or two. I don't even see him on the bench right now for Solar Universe. That's Cadell inbounds to the right of his basket. Stan Hardinger by the three-point line, covered by Smith. Drives baseline. Little contact, misses the bank shot. Farmon with the tip in, and is now 8-5 Grantco Pacific.
You know, I personally feel that Farmon is going to have a terrific pro career. He's 7 foot. He's very agile. He's a good shooter. I just like him really a lot. I think his future is ahead of him. I don't think he played his best ball here, but he will when he plays in Europe.
As the ball goes out of bounds off Avery and Grantco Pacific with the ball, I agree. I think he might be one of the most improved players in the league. His shot blocking and defense has been fantastic all league long. Grantco with the ball. Jeremy Robinson looking for Stan Hardinger, posting low, goes to his left, loses the ball. Kavika Smith picks it up, tries to find McAuliffe, gets him. He drives in the right for the layup. It is no good, but McCullough is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws for Solar Universe. 8-5 is the score, and we've got 16:57 left in the first half. And as Grantco Pacific with that lead as McCullough for 2 free throws. Makes the first one, and you see him get fouled on the replay. Missing a layup. Close shot, but he gets the 2 free throws, and again, he makes the first one. Conan McCullough out of AOP. He is now at Shoreline Community College. And Shepard is back in the game. Not sure what that was, but Tim Shepard back in for James Avery. We got to tie his laces or something. McCullough makes a second free throw, and it is 8-7 Grantco Pacific with the ball. 16:55 left in the first half. Joshua Burnett on the left side, covered by McCullough. Stan Hardinger goes down as he usually does. Kavika Smith, watch that matchup, real physical right now. Shot is missed. Shepard with the rebound over to Derek Lowe. He goes in transition, 1 against 2, misses the shot, but McCullough gets the tip in, and it is now 9-8 as Solar Universe takes the lead. And there is a whistle. Actually, we have a timeout with 16:35 left. I get a correction. Conan McCullough is actually going to Windward Community College.
And let me tell you, Kavika Smith just played Stan Hardinger very hard. Kavika Smith is a very, very physical player. He played for me, and he would draw every single game the best offensive player the other team had, and we didn't care how big he was because Kavika is that strong and that tough. He's a terrific defender.
He is. He's a great player. It's no secret if you've been up here at Manoa Rec over the last 2 years, when these two teams meet, Kavika Smith and Christian Stan Hardinger have gone at it. Maybe a little extracurricular activity. So watch that matchup all game long. They play physical. They play hard. Hopefully they won't get carried away. But they have had some physical battles throughout the 2 years here, and tonight looks like it started off on the same track.
Well, what I think will happen, Gar, is that invariably Farmard will step forward because he'll have a much smaller man on him, and he'll be able to do a lot more than he usually does.
We will watch that matchup against Stan Hardinger, covered by Smith, as Grantco Pacific is inbounding the ball. 16:35 left in the first half, and a 9-8 lead for Grantco Pacific. Jeremy Robbins gets the ball, thinks about a 3, except goes into the paint, fakes it, goes in for the layup, makes it, and the basket is good, and a free throw. There is a foul on the play, and Jeremy Robinson looking for the 3-point play. as Grantco now takes a 1-point lead. I think we're going to have a lot of lead changes tonight in this game, and that foul is, we'll see if we get the foul in just a second, on Tim Shepard. Tim Shepard's first foul. Robinson makes the free throw. 3-point play is complete, and it is now Grantco Pacific up by 2, 11-9. Derek Lowe drives baseline. Little contact, no foul, no basket. The shot is off. Stan Hardinger to Jeremy Robinson, coming up for a long three-pointer. Hits the front of the rim, the side of the rim, and out. Robinson gets his own rebound in the corner, back to the three-point line. Finds Cadell down low. Nobody near, but he misses the shot. Farmon battles for the ball. It is loose. Derek Lowe picks it up and is going coast to coast as Jeremy Robinson grabs his jersey to prevent the layup. No call is made by the refs, and they convert the layup. Now we are tied 11 as McCullough gets the rebound. Conan McCullough off to a quick start here for Solar Universe. 11-11. Robinson from a shot that was almost at midcourt by the jump circle. It is way off. Al-Kai Wong with the ball for Solar Universe. McCullough for a long three. It is short. Stan Harding with the rebound over to Robinson. One-on-one. Goes to the right, back to the left. Left-handed layup is good by Jeremy Robinson.
Jeremy Robinson has played about 13, 14 years of pro ball, and it's obvious out there. This is the end of his career, and he didn't play last year, so this is the end, and now he's teaching, and he certainly is a terrific basketball player.
Yeah, sure. A lot of great memories from his UH days. Derek Lowe with the ball, top of the key. A switch, and he's covered by Farmon now. He knows he's got a little advantage on this quickness. Goes into the paint, drives on Farmon, makes the left layup, around the rim, back rim and off. Stan Hardinger tips it, is no good. He gets the rebound again, out of bounds off of Derek Lowe. And so Grantco Pacific will inbound the ball. 13-11 is the score, and we've got Grantco with a 2-point lead.
They're letting him play a little rough out there, don't you think, Aaron?
That's good. As long as they're consistent, the players will be fine with that. I'm not sure about Artie Wilson because at times he will say things to the refs, but he told me to be nice to him tonight, so I will. Derek Lowe with the ball over on the right side. Three-pointer is up, and it is good for Derek Lowe. Three-pointer made, and now it is 14-13. Solar Universe with the lead, 1-point lead. Robinson with the ball. Stan Hardinger driving baseline, reverse layup, hits the rim and is off. Shepard with the rebound. He finds Derek Lowe at midcourt. A little collision by Burnett. That was a tough call. Burnett just going for the ball, and unfortunately hit Derek Lowe, the foul on Joshua Burnett. Third team foul on Grantco Pacific, only one for Solar Universe. Kavika Smith will inbound the ball. Derek Lowe gets the pass, covered by Jeremy Robinson now. Like a double screen set, goes up for the three, and it is in and out. Farmon with the rebound over to Stan Hardinger. Finds Cadell over on the right side, by back of the three-point line. Cadell moving to his left, over to Burnett. A long three-pointer by Joshua Burnett. That is nothing but net. And we've got a three-pointer now by Grantco as they take a lead. And 16-14 is the score. A lot of lead changes again. A lot of three-pointers made by both teams early tonight. Derek Lowe with the ball, finds McCullough, posted down low over the top, covered by Burnett. Nothing there. Gives it to Shepard of the elbow. Al-Kai Wong for a three. And that is something we saw a lot of last week. In fact, we saw it 9 in the semifinal. Wong's first three of the evening.
I think he's talking to himself, saying,
talking to somebody.
Why don't they give me the ball more often so I can shoot it?
Robinson with the ball, drives left. Move turns to his right, throws a pass over the top. It is knocked away, intended for Stan Hardinger. Derek Lowe gets the ball. He is fouled by Jeremy Robinson. And Tony, last week, I know I brought it up several times, a lot of teams shooting threes on all 4 games, a lot of missed threes early on. We're getting a lot of made threes tonight.
Yeah, they're both shooting very well. Derek Lowe hit one, and I know Al-Kai Wong hit one. It looks like Al-Kai Wong does it without even thinking about it.
I believe both teams.
Josh Burnett hit one, so and here goes another one.
Derek Lowe has hit a couple. I think both teams are shooting over 50% for three. That one is not good. Maybe we jinxed them. Stan Hardinger brings up the ball, gives it over to Jeremy Robinson, covered by Derek Lowe. Christian trying to post down low, nothing there. 14 on the shot clock. Stan Hardinger with the ball, muscles in to the paint, goes to his left, throws up a shot. Nice shot by Stan Hardinger over Kavika Smith. Going to his left, uses his right hand, goes in, and a foul on Kavika Smith. And Stan Hardinger will go to the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point play. 1 foul on Kavika Smith. That is the 4th team foul for Solar Universe. Stan Hardinger makes the free throw, and it is now, actually it's 19-17, Grantco Pacific with the lead. 2-point lead over Solar Universe. 13:07 left in the first half. Low with the ball, covered by Jeremy Robinson. Back at the three-point line, moves to his right. Now Farmon covers him, a little pick and roll. McCullough with a baseline jumper. That is good, and now we are tied at 19. Cadell advances past midcourt, covered by Wong. Goes into the paint, left side, pulls back, gives it over to Burnett for a long. It was going to be a long three, but he was covered and went down with the ball. Traveling call on Joshua Burnett, kind of in nowhere land, and he had nowhere to go but down and travel.
Well, if everybody gets a chance, look at Kavika Smith's shoes. He probably has more basketball shoes than anybody else in the nation. He wears a different pair of basketball shoes every day of his life.
I think he used to work at a shoe store. Maybe that's why.
That's why. That's
I
exactly
remember those
right.
days. Ball is tapped off of Farbon's back. He didn't see the pass coming. Kavika Smith with the shoes, picking up the loose ball. McCullough down low, turns around, but is blocked by Stan Hardinger. And now Joshua Burnett with nobody near him. Reverse layup is off as he rushed the shot. Wong with the rebound. Gives it over to Derek Lowe as we go the other way. Driving baseline, spins to his right, and Jeremy Robinson is going to get called for a foul. No basket. That would have been maybe in the NBA. Jeremy Robinson now with his second foul, asking the ref who's it on, but he knows it is on him. Kavika Smith inbounding under the basket. 12:09 left in the first half, and we are tied at 19. Drew Vienna coming in the game for Kona McCullough. Two AOP players, one coming in for the other.
Jeremy Robinson will not be able to guard Derek Lowe the entire basketball game. If he does, he'll foul. Oh, they switched already.
Derek Lowe with another three.
Yeah.
And Derek Lowe breaks the tie, 22-19 for Derek Lowe, and that is his 9th point of the game. 3 3-pointers for Derek Lowe, now covering Jeremy Robinson as we go the other way. Stan Hardinger trying to muscle for position. Kavika Smith knocks Christian and the ball away, and it's going to go off of Stan Hardinger. No argument there, and Solar Universe will inbound with a lead, 22-19. Kawang down low in the baseline. Nothing there. Gives it back out to Kavika Smith. He goes up for a three. Is short. Cadell with the rebound. Tried to get Stan Hardinger, but throws it out of bounds. A little too much rushing with that ball. Didn't have to rush that much. Stan Hardinger was wide open. Cadell saw him and threw the ball at the other end of the court. We've got another timeout on the court. 22-19 is the score. Solar Universe with the lead. 11:37 left in the first half. Tony, a good game so far. And last week we saw spurts of this, but again, the three-point shooting for both teams I think is fantastic.
Well, I think the caliber of the players is very good. People are getting a chance to watch really good athletes out there. I mean, there's some fine athletes, there's some pro basketball players, and there's other guys like Kimo McCullough who hasn't had a chance to play in a 4-year school yet, but who definitely has the ability to do that. And for some reason he isn't. I don't know what it is. But people are getting a chance to watch good basketball, and it certainly is exciting for us.
If you were watching a few minutes before the game when we announced the all-league team, one of the reasons the players aren't here, if you remember a few weeks ago we had the hurricane, more of a warning here. The games got canceled the week of August 7th through 9th. Several players had to go back home before school started or go play professionally. A guy like Bill Amos. That's why we are playing 2 weeks later tonight. Many players still here. But again, a few players had to go back either to the mainland or playing overseas or just back to their mainland colleges.
I think the last time I counted, there were 11 pro players playing in the summer league, which is a terrific count.
Quite a bit. We are back in action. Derek Lowe with the ball, covered by Joshua Burnett. Derek Lowe's been covered by almost everybody except for Stan Hardinger in this first half. Tries to drive on Burnett, nothing there. Now posting him down low, little backup, fadeaway jumper, and from the baseline it is off. Shepard with the offensive rebound. Kavika Smith with a three. It hits the front of the rim and off. Stan Hardinger with the rebound. He looks to run. He kicks it himself over to Burnett. Drives to the baseline, pulls it back for a 15-footer. Hits the rim and off. Cadell battles for the rebound. It's loose ball, and Drew Vienna picks it up to Kavika Smith. Derek Lowe with the ball over to Wong for a three in the left corner. Hits the back of the rim and it's off. Drew Vienna with the offensive rebound. Tips it in and it is off. Stan Hardinger with another rebound. Jeremy Robbins with the ball. Nobody covering him, and he goes in for a dunk, but misses the dunk. Wong with the rebound. He looks 2-1 break, covered by Stan Hardinger. No look pass to Kavika Smith with a reverse layup. Great shot and great pass by Solar Universe. They open up their biggest lead of the night, 24-19. 10:30 left in the first half. Jeremy Robinson looking to inbound. He went up for the dunk, but he missed it, and Solar Universe got a 2-1 break and made the most of it. Cadell with the ball, covered by Wong. And Okai Wong didn't get, went by that fake and ends up fouling Sean Cadell. 5th team foul for Solar Universe and third for three for Grantco Pacific. Sean Cadell will inbound the ball. 10:24 left, 24-19 lead for Solar Universe as Derek Lowe takes his first rest of the evening. Derby Enos coming in from the University of Hawaii for Derek Lowe.
Derby Enos, terrific shooter, was player of the year when he was in high school at Kamehameha. And he matriculated to the University of Hawaii, and where he plays now, and he's an excellent three-point shooter. You better guard him. And another thing about Derby is he's a very intelligent basketball player. So you'll see a lot of things happening when he's on the floor.
There was a timeout with 10:24 left in the first half. 24-19 lead, Solar Universe. You talk about Derby Enos, Tony. You and I were at the game right next door, as a matter of fact. They had something going on here where we had 7 threes in a game, 6 in the first half.
Yeah, to me, when you're watching a player or you're scouting a player, that's very indicative. It's not easy to make 7 threes, and it's certainly not easy to make 6.5. So I think that, that means that the person can shoot, but not only that he can shoot, but that he's very confident about his shot, and he becomes very, very dangerous, a guy you have to guard, and then that makes him a little more dangerous as a player because he can go by you whenever he likes.
You mentioned he was one of the top players of the year for Kamehameha. They won a championship when he was a junior, I believe, and we see him as a walk-on for UH. He's improved every year. Last year, getting time in the first half of several games. I think we'll see even an expanded role for Derby Enos this year for UH as we start play again after the timeout. Jeremy Robbins with the ball for Grantco Pacific. They trail by 5, covered by Juan, looking for the screen by Farmon. Jeremy Robinson drives the left baseline, gives it out to Cadell for the 3 in the right corner. It is good. 3-pointer by Sean Cadell. The threes keep dropping for both teams. 2-point lead for Solar Universe. Wong with a long 3 of his own, and it is good. Ao-Kai Wong picking up where he left off last week. He had 9 threes. He's got 2 midway through the first half. 27-22, Solar Universe. 9:50 left in the first half. Cadell driving in the lane. Tried to give it to Stan Hardinger. Tipped away. Derby Enos with a loose ball. Gives it over to Wong, and he makes the layup. Derby Enos with a great pass. Could have gone in, but he knew he was covered a little. Gave it to Ao-Kai Wong, who was getting in for an uncontested layup, and he is fouled. Who will try to make the 3-point play now for Solar Universe. They lead by 7. For the first time this night for Grantco Pacific, as Joshua Burnett goes to the bench, J.P. Sason in the game, former Farrington player. I remember in the state tournament about 3 years ago, had one of the best dunks I have ever seen in high school basketball here. He was number 20 for Grantco as Wong makes the 3-point play with a free throw. 30-22, Solar Universe opens up an 8-point lead.
Do we know where he went to school?
J.P. Sason from Farrington.
No, I know, but after that, do we know? We don't know. He could play a little bit. I watched them. I liked them.
Good high school player, yes. Jeremy Robinson covered by Wong. Drives into the lane. Gives it to Christian. He is fouled. No good on the shot. Christian Standhardinger will go back to the free throw line. And foul is on Tim Shepard. That is his second foul. 16 fouls for Grantco. That is only the 14th foul for Solar Universe. Standhardinger going to the line for 2. First one is good. 9 points for Stan Hardinger. Now it is 10 as Christian makes both free throws. 30-24, 6-point lead for Grantco Pacific. 9:23 left in the first half.
I think what we're seeing with the last 2 minutes, it seems to me that Solar Universe is playing a much more up-tempo game than they have in the past, and it's enabled them to take an 8-point lead, and now it's down to 6 after 2 free throws by Stan Hardinger.
Shepard loses the ball out of bounds, but it goes off of Grantco, so Solar Universe will inbound under their own basket. Well, they're hitting the threes, which will open up the inside as well, and they're feeling very confident as well. Tim Shepard with the ball. Ao-Kai Wong for another long 3. Wow. Ao-Kai Wong with a 3 about 8 feet and back at the 3-point line. His third 3 of the night, and again, just like last week, and that is, I believe, 9 points for Ao-Kai, 12 points for Ao-Kai Wong, his 4th 3 of the night. Inadvertent buzzer, that wasn't our fault. 8:48 left in the first half. We will inbound the ball off to the side in front of the Solar Universe bench. 33-24, 9-point lead for Solar Universe as the threes are really falling. Ao-Kai Wong, again, 9 last week, many of them in the second half, and he's got 4 already a little more than midway through the first half. Jeremy Robinson with the ball. Screen coming up by Stan Hardinger. Moves to his right now. Jeremy Robinson going through the lane right down the middle and gets the layup. 33-26, Solar Universe. Wong with the ball. He drives into the lane, turns around, gets fouled by J.P. Sason. Just coming in the game, that is his first foul. 7th team foul, and Solar Universe will be in the bonus from now on for the rest of the half. Al-Kai Wong with a 1-and-1. 8:28 left in the first half. 33-26 is the score. Solar Universe with the lead. Wong makes the first free throw. 34-26. Wong now with 14 points, makes both free throws. 9-point lead for Solar Universe. Jeremy Robinson bringing the ball past midcourt. Covered by Wong, gets a little opening, goes to his right. Little scoop layup is no good. Tim Shepard with another rebound, almost traveled on the rebound. Ball gets knocked away by Jeremy Robinson. He gets a dunk, knocks it away from Kavika Smith. Jeremy Robinson with the dunk, 35-28. Wong with the three from the left corner and is around the rim and out. Shepard with another rebound, doing a good job on the boards tonight. Vienna with a bounce pass to Shepard. It is knocked away. Cadell picks up the loose ball, drives all the way down for the layup. It is off. Loose ball is out of bounds and is going to be controlled by Grantco Pacific. I'm really impressed with Tim Shepard on the boards tonight.
Wow, he's playing very hard, and so I don't think he'll last very long.
Well, we always kind of joke that he's probably the oldest player in this league. He played at UH about 20 years ago.
He's taking a break.
But he's doing a great job on the boards. He takes a little breather right now, but definitely doing a great job, really helping his team.
He really played well that last couple sequences.
Derek Lowe back in the game. Sason with the ball, covered by Derby Enos. Jeremy Robinson now drives in the lane, little hop, and a little scoop shot, no good. Farmon with the rebound. First one is no good, and they're going to call offensive goal interference on the second shot, the tip in that did go in. Farmon, though, was really active around
well,
the
that's a terrific second jump. You know, he only hit the ground a 1/10 of a second, right back up and tipped it in illegally.
Derek Lowe with the ball, covered by Stan Hardinger. Now I believe this is the 5th member of Grantco to cover Derek Lowe 12.5 minutes into the game. If you're Alan Silva, you know whenever Derek Lowe's got the ball and he's free, somebody pick him up, and that's what we're seeing in the first half. 7:29 left in the first half. 7-point lead for Solar Universe as Kona McCullough will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 8th team foul on Grantco Pacific. First shot hits the back of the rim. It is off, and McCullough controls the rebound near midcourt. Over to Derek Lowe. Thinks about a three. Covered by Cadell. Drives baseline. Nothing there. Spins. Bounce pass to Kavika Smith. Nice reverse layup is good. Beautiful pass by Derek Lowe. Nice move by Kavika Smith. 9-point lead again for Solar Universe. 37-28. Stan Hardinger and Smith really battling for position again. Refs are letting him play. Jeremy Robbins with the ball. Looking for the pick and roll. Nothing there. Over to Cadell on the left. Stan Hardinger double team down low as McCullough double ups on him, and McCullough is going to be called for that foul. Artie Wilson not happy with that call. Artie explained to me yesterday that when he goes to the end of the bench and sits with fans, he's asking the fan if it was a good call or not, just to make sure he's thinking right in his own mind. And Artie is sitting with fans once again. Burnett with the ball over to Cadell outside the three-point line. Back to Burnett for a long three. It is good. Nice arc on that three by Josh Burnett. 37-31, 6-point lead for Solar Universe. Derek Lowe now with the ball. Looking for a screen at the top of the key. Kavika Smith about to set it. Now Stan Hardinger on Derek Lowe. Little mismatch there. But he gives it back to Derby Enos over on the left side. Enos covered by Sason. Back to Derek Lowe on the right. Down baseline to Kavika Smith. He goes around the basket. Tried to give the Drew Vienna. Loose ball is out of bounds. Solar Universe will control this ball with 6:20 left in the first half. 37-31. Solar Universe with a 6-point lead and the ball. Kavika Smith with the ball and bounding. Can't find anybody. Finally finds Derby Enos near midcourt. Kona McCullough for a long three. It is good. Nothing but net for Kona McCullough. Back to a 9-point lead.
We're seeing some shooting tonight, boy. Holy mackerel.
Both teams doing a great job. Sason with the ball, covered by Derby Enos. Over to Cadell, finds Stan Hardinger down low, double team. Tried to go baseline, ball is knocked out of bounds off of Vienna, And Grantco Pacific will inbound the ball into their own basket. Cadell with the ball, 5:57 left in the half. Over to Standhardinger in the left corner, goes up for a shot, air ball. Burnett with the loose ball. Can't find Farmon. Derek Lowe picks up the loose ball. Driving in the left, goes up for the layup. He is fouled by J.P. Sason. And that will be Sason's second foul. As that is the 19th foul. Derek Lowe going for 2 free throws, and for the rest of the half, Solar Universe will shoot 2. We're seeing the replay of Derek Lowe definitely fouled by J.P. Sason as he goes up. Good clean play as Lowe is at the free throw line. Makes the first foul shot. Good free throw shooting by both teams tonight as well. 10-point lead for Solar Universe, 41-31. Low up for the second, and it is good. 42-31 as Derek Lowe with 11 points. Wong with 14, McCullough with 11 for Solar Universe. Burnett with the ball, he loses it. Derek Lowe picks up the loose ball, trying to gain his balance, loses it, and Burnett Sason trying to save the ball, throws it off of Derek Lowe, and Solar Universe will retain possession. Grantco Pacific will retain possession. Derek Lowe just didn't have his balance going in for that layup and lost the ball. Cadell with the ball, passing midcourt. And now we got Tim Shepard with his third foul covering Standhardinger. Christian letting the ref know that it was a foul even before he blew the whistle. Only the 16th foul. The next one will be the 1-and-1 for
Well,
Grantco.
they're giving Kavika Smith a rest and putting
The thing with Shepard, though, he's got 3
Shepard on
fouls.
him.
You're going to have to
Yeah.
watch that now.
And I think
Farmon driving.
They're
he is
both
fouled.
going to have to watch it. They're both because they both playing him very physical because they think that's what's going to stop him from scoring. And so far they've been somewhat right.
Yeah, I agree. 8 players for Artie Wilson's Solar Universe team. But again, Tim Shepard with 3 fouls, Kavika Smith with 2. Farmon at the free throw line from HPU, one of the more improved players in this league. First free throw is short. 42-31, 11-point lead for Solar Universe. As Wong comes in the game for Kona McCullough. James Avery's only played that few seconds when Tim Shepard took a quick breather in the first minute. That's all we really
I
seen
wonder
of him.
why. I think the more Artie rotates the players, the better performance he'll get from most of them.
Talked about good free throw shooting, but Farmon misses both for Grantco. They trail by 11. Drew Vienna with the ball. Number 14 for Solar Universe. Posting out now low is Derek Lowe against Joshua Burnett. Trying to muscle his way in. Standhardinger helps out. Lowe goes to his left. What a move by Derek Lowe. You're covered by Burnett. You're also covered by Standhardinger down low. Somehow finds a little opening and gets a left-handed shot. 13-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for Solar Universe, 44-31. Burnett now with the ball. Nothing there. Covered by Wong. Finds Standhardinger, but Shepard knocks the ball away. Derby Enos picks up the ball. 4:40 left in the half. Drew Vienna with the ball, drives into the paint. Over to Wong in the left corner. He thinks about driving baseline. Ball is knocked out of bounds off of J.P. Sason. Solar Universe will inbound. Up by 13, 44-31. 4:35 left in the half. Derek Lowe for a 3 off the inbound. It is nothing but net. Derek Lowe doing a great job shooting his 3s tonight, and that is 16 points for Derek Lowe. And a 16-point lead for Solar Universe.
How many points does he have? 16?
16. The lead is all his. Sason with the ball now. Thinks about a 3. Gives it to Standhardinger in the lane. Goes to the left side. Gives a pass to Farmon, who banks it in. Big basket as now the lead is back down to 14. But Grantco Pacific, I don't think, can afford to let this lead get to 18 or 20 at halftime. Enos with the ball for Solar Universe. Less than 4 minutes left in the half. Over to Wong at the top of the key, back at the 3-point line. Thinks about a 3, does a little fake to the left, drives in the lane. Left-handed layup is no good. He gets the own rebound, throws up the shot, and he is fouled by Joshua Burnett. That is the 4th foul on Joshua Burnett. I would expect Alan Silva, as he checks at the scorer's table, to see that it is 4, and I believe Joshua Burnett is about to exit the game, probably after the first free throw. Wong at the line for 2.
Well, like all young players, I think, what Josh Burnett has to work on the most is his defense, and then as he grows as a player, that'll improve.
And Alan Silva leaving Joshua Burnett, and I am very surprised at this. He gets 6 fouls in this league, and Joshua Burnett is more than halfway there as Wong makes the second free throw. 49-33, makes both free throws. And Aokai Wong, he has got 16 points, just like Derek Lowe. Sason in the lane, spins to his left, loses the ball off of Enos, but they're going to call a foul. And that will be, I believe, on Derby Enos and J.P. Sason going to the line for 2. They are in the double bonus. J.P. Sason, remember, I don't think we've seen him in this league previously, but one of the better players from Farrington a few years ago. They made a nice playoff run. First free throw is good by J.P. Sason. Second shot coming up, 49-34, Solar Universe. And that is good, 49-35, 14-point lead again for Solar Universe. 3:40 left in the half. Enos with the ball. Looking for Kavika Smith, who is not looking back at Enos. So Derek Lowe gets the ball, top of the key. Covered by Burnett. Low spin, turnaround jump shot. It is short. Stan Hardinger loses the ball. A little collision with Kavika Smith. And at least Stan Hardinger going over to make sure Kavika Smith's okay. That was inadvertent. Grantco with the ball. Josh Burnett driving the lane. Little pass to Farman, who is cutting in the lane, makes the basket. And that is good. The referee is going to stop the game as Kavika Smith got an inadvertent, I'm not sure if that was an elbow or a hand, as Christian Stan Hardinger goes to tell him that was totally unintentional. I believe he got hit in the eye. 49-37, 12-point lead for Solar Universe. But Kavika Smith still off to the side. And Artie Wilson was going to put James Avery in, I believe, for Kavika Smith. We talked about the battles all year long with Kavika Smith and Christian Stan Hardinger. Again, that was just going for the ball and nothing intentional by Stan Hardinger. I was watching a replay right now at Stan Hardinger going for the rebound, and it was the elbow hitting Kavika Smith right above the nose in the eye area. So, again, unintentional play by Stan Hardinger.
But I think that will increase the intensity between the both of them, myself.
Derek Lowe with the ball now for Solar Universe. Covered by Robinson, long three. Bank shot is off. Stan Hardinger with the rebound. Covered by Avery. Now Enos gives it over to Cadell. Back of the right baseline. Three-point line. Goes into the lane. Right-handed shot is good. Off the backboard by Sean Cadell. And it is now a 10-point lead. 49-39. 2:40 left in the first half. Solar Universe up by 10. Enos over to McCullough. He came in the game for Kavika Smith. Aokai Wong drive to the left. Nothing there. Gives it back to Derek Lowe. Bank shot is off. Farman with the rebound. Over to Sean Cadell. Sean Cadell from the Army. Drives into the paint. Knocks McCullough down. No whistle. Cadell goes up for the floater. It is good. And now Grantco cutting it to 8 point. They were down by 13 a minute ago. Down by 8 now. 49-41 as we get close to the 2-minute mark of the first half. McCullough with the ball for Solar Universe. Long three by Kona McCullough. Hits the rim and is off. Stan Hardinger over the top of Avery. No foul, but they will call it off of Stan Hardinger, and Solar Universe will inbound as Kavika Smith comes back in the game. As Christian again tells him sorry for that play, and I'm glad to see good sportsmanship on both sides there. Kavika Smith inbounding to a cutting Derek Lowe, and that is going to be goaltending on Jeremy Robinson. Kavika Smith and Derek Lowe work very well together as Lowe cuts to the basket off the inbound, goes in for the layup, but it is blocked by Jeremy Robinson. Easy goaltending call. Back up to 10 for Solar Universe. Jeremy Robinson with the ball, covered by Derek Lowe. 1:45 left in the half. Screened by Stan Hardinger. Stan Hardinger gets the pick and roll, gives it to Farman, cutting to the basket, dunked by Farbot Farman from HBU. 8-point lead again for Solar Universe. Enos with the ball, screened by Wong, covered by Cadell. Wong getting it back, covered by Burnett. Turnaround three-pointer, hits the rim and is off. Stan Hardinger gets the rebound, gives it over to Robinson. Grantco's got to be feeling good if they can cut it down to 6 as we approach halftime here. A little over a minute left. Robinson with the ball. Long three is off. Farman with another offensive rebound. He has had a lot at least. Really active on the board. Big basket. It is now a 6-point lead, 51-45, as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first half. Wong with the ball.
Big possession. Big possession for Solar Universe.
Wong covered by Stan Hardinger. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. Finds Lowe cutting to the basket. Now covered by Cadell. He puts it back out. Left baseline. Covered by Jeremy Robinson in back of the three-point line. Derek Lowe with a long three. Hits the rim and is off. And Farman with a rebound. And Solar Universe will get the ball back, but Grantco is probably going to use a little clock here. 22 in the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. And they don't. Cadell goes in for the layup, and it is good. A 4-point game just like that. 51-47. And 20 seconds are left in the first half. 4-point game. Eno's now looking for the last shot. Shot clock is off. Derek Lowe gets the ball knocked away. They're going to call Jeremy Robinson for another foul. And he is saying that is not a foul. I believe that Jeremy Robinson, that is his third, I believe. And we're going to check on that. 3 fouls on Jeremy Robinson. He's got to be careful. Lowe at the free throw line for 2 foul shots. 11 seconds left. 4-point lead for Solar Universe. Derek Lowe at 16 points, looking to make it 18 if he makes both. First shot is good. 5-point lead. I think even if Lowe makes this and they go into the locker rooms with a 6-point lead, Grantco Pacific's got to be feeling pretty good that they cut this lead down from what it once was.
They got 11 seconds left. There's plenty of time to score.
Lowe makes both free throws. 6-point lead, but it was 13 just a few minutes ago, and now it is down to a manageable 6. 11 seconds left. Kavika Smith exits the game. Drew Vienna comes in for defense. Robinson with the ball. Plenty of time. He drives all the way, goes in for the dump-off pass to Farman, who makes another basket. Farman is now with 10 points, as that is the half. Farman with a great half, 10 points. He's got to have at least 6 or 7 rebounds, doing a great job on both ends of the court. And we go to halftime with a 4-point game. We got a great game here. 53-49 is the score. And great comeback by Grantco Pacific. They were down by 13 with about 4 minutes left, and they cut it down to 4. It's definitely up for grabs right now, Tony.
Well, what I think is that the score, 53 points, 50 points approximately by each team, is very indicative to the talent on the floor. You know, this is a 50-point half. This is a 100-point game. They score a lot of points. There's a lot of excellent shooters, and I think everybody's performing really well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the percentages are extremely high in regards to three-point shooting, free throw shooting, and overall field goal percentage.
We will try to get the percentages in just a second, but we know just by watching great three-point shooting on both sides, and both teams doing a great job, better than we've seen in previous playoff games. Again, 53-49 is the score. Solar Universe with a 4-point lead. You got to watch the fouls if you're Grantco Pacific, because again, you've got Jeremy Robinson with 3, Josh Burnett with 4, who stayed in the game. On the other side, Tim Shepard with 3 fouls for Solar Universe. We're going to get an interview on one of the players on the All-League team from Clark Hatch Fitness, who tied for first place. And we're going to get Manoa McGee in here in just a second and talk to him.
Hey,
and thanks for joining us, Manoa.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And
I appreciate it.
I guess I have one first question for you.
Yes, sir.
Not talking about the Summer League, but I've seen the TV commercial.
Oh, thank
You do a commercial for a beer company here.
Yeah.
How many takes did it take to get that dunk down?
2 takes.
2 takes, okay.
2 takes, so it was all right. It was a good pass.
By Scott
And I
Cotto,
was
yes.
feeling bouncy that day. So.
Well, I've seen that on TV several times.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations on a great season. How many years have you been playing in the Summer League?
Oh, so this is probably my 15th year in the Summer League.
15th
Yeah,
year.
so 15th year in the Summer League.
I mean, we've had this league for 38 years. You play for Clark Hatch Fitness. Have you been a member of that team the whole time?
That's for about the last 8 or 9 years we've been together. And we've gone to 6 championships in 9 years. And lost every single one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's tough. We thought this was going to be our year. We actually had an opportunity to do something.
So you got the medal, but you haven't had the trophy
Hey,
yet.
we got the medal. I'm just, fortunate I can still perform against these young guys. I come out here, I get to see all the new college talent in Hawaii. And I get to put them to the test. And I still got the ability to do that, so I just feel very, very blessed.
Well, it's fun to watch you play. You're one of the better players. That's why you make the All-League team every year. You played at Assumption College, a D2 school, and you played in the Summer League. What was it like playing up in Massachusetts?
It was good playing in Massachusetts. Up there we were always nationally ranked in the top 10. I think the highest we got was number 2 in the nation for Division II schools. We made it to the Sweet 16 one year. We made it to NCAA's, I believe, 2 out of the 4 years we were there. The biggest change was the weather.
I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah, so the weather is really rough. But being born and raised in Hawaii, you come back home and you get to appreciate home a lot more. You don't really appreciate this place and how special it is until you leave.
You averaged 25.9 for Clark Hatch Fitness. You guys got upset last week by the Solar Universe team. What was going through your mind? That was a 1-point game at the half last Saturday.
Oh, man, it's tough because I think about 4 or 5 of those championship games we lost to Artie.
Oh, wow.
But you know, the good thing is, you know, we're all friends off the court. You know, as much as you guys see us battle out here and how physical it gets and how rough it might look out there, when we step off the court, we're all friends. We all have, you know, respect and love for each other. So that's the, you know, the great thing that most people don't see, because you sit in the stands and you think, oh, this guy's a jerk, or this guy. We all know each other off the court, and we're all friends off the court.
Now, you and Scott Cotto from HBU played together on this team for many, many years. One of the players, new player on Clark Hatch Fitness this year, is Isaac Fleming. A lot of University of Hawaii fans have heard a lot about him. What can you tell the fans watching about Isaac Fleming?
Isaac's a really good player. You know, he's very explosive. He's great in the open court if you saw him play. You know, his first couple games he was getting adjusted, so he didn't really, you know, contribute like he should have. But then he went on a stretch there where he was scoring 20, 30 points a game.
Right.
And really putting big numbers up for us. And it was games that we really needed him to step up, because myself and a couple of other guys who normally are scoring the majority of the points, we had bad games. And he stepped up and he filled in for us. So I think he's going to be really good at UH. Because he has really good ball handling skills. He's really loose on the court. He's like a snake. He can weave through people. So I think he'll be a really good fit. Hopefully he'll get to do his thing very shortly out there.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us. It's been a treat watching you over the years here. It's been that long, and one of these years you're going to win the championship.
Yeah, one of these years. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Manoa.
I really
appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, that was Manoa McGee from Clark Hatch Fitness. He played for Assumption College on the D2 level, did a great job there. As you mentioned, a top 10 team, has done a great job here over the years. We're going to be joined by another one of the all-star players on the league, and champion from last year, Wally Coulibaly, for a Wealth Strategy partner. Thank you for joining us. Now, Wally, you guys won the championship last year, and last week you were in one of the more exciting games all league long. It was the first game of 4 last Saturday, and you played Grantco Pacific, a team you guys beat by 30-plus earlier. It was a big lead, and then they came back at the end. What was it like down the stretch last Saturday?
Well, it was a tough game because if you see my team, we didn't have any big guy from last year. All we have this year is like young kids and stuff like that. So I think we play good. We play until at the end. So we was down by 20, and then we got back, go out by 1. And then
last minute was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
It was pretty
now, you played for Chaminade. What brought you out here to Hawaii? What was the draw to come out here?
I played in North Carolina prep school. So I got a scholarship from Chaminade, and then they brought me.
And you still live out here, obviously, and enjoy it out here in Hawaii.
Yes.
And next year, any predictions for Wealth Strategy Partners?
I'm not sure if I will be here next year, but if I'm here, I will play for Wealth Strategy.
Well, you've been a treat to watch. Again, you guys won the championship last year. That was a very exciting game, and you're one of the better players on the all-league team once again. We thank you for joining us, and good luck. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
And that was Wally Coulibaly joining us here. We're going to get one more player here before we get ready for the second half. 53-49 is the score, and we're going to be joined by another player who played at Chaminade, played for National Fire. DeAndre Haskins is joining us. Hey, DeAndre, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you.
What are your thoughts on playing in the Summer League? I know you guys got knocked out last Saturday, but your overall thoughts on this league?
On this league, I think this overall, this is one of the best leagues in Hawaii, and I feel as though if you come out here and play, you're going to get great competition, great fun, love, and just enjoy yourself, you know.
A lot of the basketball fans are familiar with you guys. When you played at Chaminade, you had a great run in the EA Sports Maui Invitational. You beat Texas that one year. What was that feeling like during the Maui Invitational?
That feeling was surreal. You know, it was something that I'm never going to forget, and I know that it's something people are always gonna, people have always, you know, remember me for that game and stuff like that. And so it's like, it's humbling to know that that game was a highlight of my career kind of thing, you know?
I still have memories of that. What are you doing these days besides playing in the Summer League?
Besides playing in the Summer League, I just came back from Vegas at the Worldwide Invitational, was invited for that.
Are continuing your basketball career?
Yeah.
Well, that is great. And again, everybody remembers those great Chaminade games in the Maui Invitational, and of course, you played for National Fire Protection. A good game last week, but I fell a little bit short. But it's great seeing you here. Now, do you plan on playing in the Summer League next summer?
If I'm here, then I'll play. Most likely, I live here, so depending on what I, do this up and coming season, then
we will keep tabs of your professional basketball career. Get fond memories from the Chaminade years, and great player for National Fire Protection. DeAndre, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on a great season, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thank you. That was DeAndre Haskins, former Chaminade great, joining us here at halftime. We were about a minute away from the start of the second half. 4-point lead, 53-49. Solar Universe with a 4-point lead. They had a lead of 13 with about 4 minutes left, but Grantco Pacific did come back. I think foul trouble is going to be a big key in this second half. A lot of players are going to be having to cut it close, really watch their fouls. Josh Burnett, we mentioned, with 4 for Grantco Pacific. Tim Shepard with 3 for Solar Universe. So that'll be a key for both coaches. And Tony, what else? If you're a coach of either team, what would you tell your players at halftime?
Well, there's a few guys that are my favorites. You know, I really like Farmond. I think he's an excellent second jumper. I love Derek Lowe. I think Derek Lowe is a type of guy that could change the complex of the game with his ability to play so well, not only his shooting but his driving. And then, of course, Jeremy Robinson and Kavika Smith, all pro players who've played a lot of ball and can really play. So it's, you know, it gives you that feeling that this is, like I said last week, this is the type of game that's going to go down to who has the ball.
I thought that for a while, but again, with a 13-point lead, you're not exactly sure. But again, now it's a 4-point game. Great 3-point shooting by both teams. I think foul trouble is going to be something to watch for both teams as we start the second half. Solar Universe going left to right. Derek Lowe with the ball, covered by Jeremy Robinson, who has 3 fouls himself. Down low to Kavika Smith. Back out to Wong over to the left corner for Makawa. 3-pointer is short. Farmon tips the ball, but Shepard picks it up and gets a little bank layup for Solar Universe.
That's such a heady play by Kavika. Very heady, very heady.
Jeremy Robinson now with the ball for Grantco Pacific. Covered by Derek Lowe. 55-49 is the score. Stan Hardinger setting a screen. Robinson giving pick and roll for Stan Hardinger. Gets the ball. Beautiful move by Jeremy Robinson and pass to Stan Hardinger, cutting to the basket for the easy layup. Ball is tipped by McCullough, but he controls it going the other way. Goes to his left. Shot inside the circle is up and out. Shepard controls the offensive rebound, but loses it to Burnett, who loses it to Alkai Wong. Another loose ball. Wong picks it up again. No look pass to Kavika Smith. Great pass to McCullough, who drives to the basket, misses the shot, and it is a foul on Josh Burnett. That is going to be the 5th foul by Joshua Burnett.
5.
And I'm not sure if Alan Silva, he is going to take him out.
They're allowed 6. Is that the way it goes? They're allowed 6?
One more foul for Joshua Burnett as he will leave the game. 55-51, a little more than a minute played, 18:58 left in the second half. McCullough going to the line for 2. McCullough misses the first free throw. Great crowd here at Manoa Rec. In fact, it is basically standing room only now.
Thank you.
Got seats in back of the basket on our left.
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Extra benches on our right side to the right of the basket. McCullough for a second free throw. It is around the rim and out. Farmon with another rebound. Over to J.P. Sason into the game for Burnett. 4-point lead for Solar Universe. Stan Hardinger hasn't scored in a while. Takes a 3, it is off. He scored the first 6 points of the game. We didn't see much of Stan Hardinger except from the free throw line after that. Lowe gets the ball over to Kavika Smith for a layup. Gets a little distance there and avoids Farbon for the 10th block. Basket by Kavika Smith, back to a 6-point lead. J.P. Sason with the ball. Farmon deep in the left corner, back out top to Cadell. Jeremy Robinson now with the ball. Little screen by Stan Hardinger, gets the ball in the pick and roll. It is good by Stan Hardinger. Those guys have worked that pick and roll pretty well over the last couple of possessions.
However, the pick and roll works at any level, including the NBA. That's all they do, some teams, is pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. They run it all the time. It's a great offense, and I think that University of Hawaii this year, because of their size and their outside shooting of the big men, will be able to run a pick and roll all the time because they're very talented.
Well, you don't see a ton of it here in the summer league, but I thought
see
those
it
were great
right
examples.
here.
Yeah, we're seeing great examples of it now. 57-54 down to a 3-point lead as Stan Hardinger completes a 3-point play. And for Christian Stan Hardinger, that is his 16th point of the game. Loose ball. Clock is stopped with exactly 18 minutes left in the half. Kavika Smith ready to inbound for Solar Universe. They've got a 3-point lead.
Watch this. Kavika Smith's an excellent inbounds passer.
He and Derek Lowe work great together. Out to Wong for a 3. Ball is off. Tipped around. Robinson controls the rebound. Over to Cadell coming up on the left side. Covered by McCullough. Little stutter step, drives left baseline, muscles in. Ball is knocked away by Kavika Smith. But Stan Hardinger knocks it away to Cadell, gets knocked away. Stan Hardinger throws it up, no good. Cadell with the offensive rebound. That is good, and a foul. Loose ball, a lot of rushing by both teams there trying to control the loose ball, but Cadell picks it up, makes the basket, and will go to the line for two. For a three-point play, looking to tie this game up. It's been a while since Grantco's had a tie in the lead.
Well, Grantco has a much bigger team
But then down by 13
than Solar
ago.
Universe. Yep.
Cadell, who didn't do a great job of free throw shooting last week, makes the free throw, three-point play, and we are tied at 57. Derek Lowe with the ball, covered by Sason. And he gets fouled by J.P. Sason, and he's got to watch his fouls now. That is 4 on J.P. Sason. Alan Silva's got some decisions to make. Alkai Wong inbounding right in front of us to Tim Shepard, who's done a great job in the first half. Wong back with the ball, covered by Cadell. Screen by Shepard. Wong goes right, covered by Farman. Looking for Kavika Smith to set a screen. Nothing there. He goes left into the lane, back out to Shepard driving, but he loses the ball. Robinson picks it up. Driving. Spin move. Got his arm held by Kavika Smith. And Jeremy Robinson will go to the line for two as Kavika Smith tried to get away with that, but he had nothing to do but foul him or give up the easy layup. Jeremy Robinson to the line for two as Grantco Pacific looking to take their first lead in quite a while. For Kavika Smith, that is his 4th foul. If this game goes overtime, we might run out of players. As Robinson misses the first. Tony, we might have to put you in.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a possibility.
Well, maybe you can take over for Artie, and Artie will play. Robinson for a second free throw. He makes it, and Grantco Pacific gets their first lead in a very long time, 58-57. 1-point lead. Low with the ball. In the paint, pulls it back out. Drives now again over Robinson, goes in for the bank layup, and it is good by Derek Lowe. Robinson's got to be careful with the fouls. And
great body control by Derek,
definitely.
though. That's why I have always said, as soon as I started coaching collegiate basketball, the first recruit that any college coach should do is get a point guard.
Sure.
I don't care what anybody says.
Robinson with another long three, about 10 feet in back of the line. It is way off, but he controls the loose ball now for a 2-point shot by the elbow, around the rim and out. Loose ball. Controlled by Tim Shepard. Solar Universe does have their lead back at 59-58. Shepard loses the ball. Robinson picks it up. He goes, thinks about a three. Stan Hardinger thought it was a three, so he didn't see the pass coming. Derek Lowe picks it up. Finds Wong in the corner over to cutting Shepard. Behind the back pass to McCullough. He comes back out. 14-footer is off. Loose ball controlled by Sason. He runs 3-on-3 now. Losing the ball out of bounds, and they're going to call it off of Solar Universe. 16:06 left in the half. 1-point lead for Solar Universe, 59-58. Grantco with the ball. Sean Cadell will inbound. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout by Grantco Pacific, by Alan Silva, their head coach. Again, a 1-point lead for Solar Universe. Looking at some of the point totals for Solar Universe, Derek Lowe, 22, Alkai Wong, 16, Kona McCullough, 10, Kavika Smith with 4 fouls, Tim Shepard with 3. Over on the other side, Tony, Grantco Pacific is led by Christian Standhardinger, 16, Cadell, 12, Robinson and Farman with 10, Burnett with 5 fouls, and Sason with 4.
Well, once again, I think, and I may be wrong, that it'll come down to the last possession. By that I mean, you'll get a lead and it'll be a 2-point lead and you'll make it a 3 or 4-point lead because they'll try and come and get you. So you win by 4 or 5 points. However, it was always a 2-point game.
I think it'll come down to the last minute too. Again, I think fouls are going to really come into play, as they already have, as we probably won't see Joshua Burnett until the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, unless somebody else keeps getting into foul trouble for Grantco. Ball's inbounded. Stan Hardinger in the deep left corner, covered by Smith. Drive to his right. Goes up for a little right-handed shot. No good, but Farman with another offensive rebound, but he can't control it. Loses it to Wong. Picks up the loose ball. 2-on-2 for Solar Universe. Goes into the lane, and a little scoop layup for Alkai Wong. Back to a 3-point lead for Solar Universe, 61-58. Jeremy Robinson bringing the ball slowly across midcourt. Stan Hardinger sets the high screen. Cuts to the basket. Nothing there. Covered by Lowe. Robinson looking for him. Low a lot shorter, but doing a good positioning job on Christian Standhardinger. Robinson with the ball back out. 7 on the shot clock. Cut left, then right, goes into the lane. Nice shot by Jeremy Robinson.
Beautiful.
Right before the shot clock expired, cutting it to a 1-point lead. 61-60, Solar Universe.
And, you know, Jeremy doesn't really play that much anymore, you know. It's just talent, man. Just great talent the young man has. Because that was a very difficult play that he just executed.
Kaiwan with the ball over to Kavika Smith in the right corner. Back to the three-point line. Tim Shepard by the free throw line. Back to Smith. Thinks about a three.
No.
Low setting the screen. Drives baseline. Spin move and a left-handed shot by Smith is off. Loose ball. Farbod Farmon had the ball, but it bounced on the line as he was about to pick it up off of Grantco, and Solar Universe will keep the ball under their own basket. 14:49 left in the half. Kavika Smith about to inbound for Solar Universe.
Watch the inbounds pass. He's a dangerous man.
Wong getting the ball way in back of the three-point line on the left side. Covered by Cadell, screened by Smith. Goes left baseline. Right-handed shot is no good. And now Cadell picks up the ball. He looks to run 3-on-1. Robinson now goes up for the dunk. Derek Lowe with a great foul. That is not a dunk, but it is a basket as Jeremy Robinson fouled as he attempts to dunk. So the dunk is off, but the shot falls in the basket anyway.
Yeah,
what a lucky shot. We're going to see a replay on this right now.
He tipped it in. He tipped it in. He has great hands. Great hands.
Good control because, you say Robinson was losing the ball, but he kept his hands on it and kind of tipped it in. And he will go for the line for the three-point play. Grantco Pacific now up by 1, 62-61. Robinson completes the three-point play. And for Jeremy Robinson, that is 15 points after the free throw. 63-61, 2-point lead. McCullough drives, was blocked by Farmon. We haven't seen that in a while. Back out to McCullough off a Shepard offensive rebound. Three-pointer is no good. Standhardinger gets the rebound. Tries to find Burnett, who's back in the game with 5 fouls. Knocked out of bounds by Al Kaiwan. Grantco will keep the ball. 14-15 left. 2-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Got to be careful with Josh Burnett. I'm surprised he's in the game. Especially they got the lead. He's got 5 fouls. We'll see how long he can last. Inbounds over to Farmon. He's not going to shoot from out there. Over to Robinson, who will shoot from out there. And beyond. 15 on the shot clock. Robinson with the ball. And here's the beyond. And it is good. Jeremy Robinson with a deep three. About 4 feet in back of the line. 5-point lead for Grantco.
You better not get him started because when he shoots it, he's really, really dangerous.
This is about the time where Al Kaiwan took over last week. Low of the layup, left-handed shot is no good. Robinson controls the rebound, finds a streaking Burnett over on the right side, goes in the lane. Shot is off. Robinson with the rebound. It is blocked by Wong. Robinson with the rebound, little reverse layup is good. And now Grantco Pacific with a 7-point lead. Artie Wilson has seen enough. He is going to call timeout. 13:31 left. And Grantco, who is trailing by 13, had guys in foul trouble, and they're up by 7 points right now. How do you explain that, Tony? Basketball is a game of runs, I know. But we're seeing a great performance.
I was just going to say, there's a great rebounding performance by the entire team, a terrific outlet pass and fast break performance, and then, of course, Jeremy Robinson has just put on a show the last 3 or 4 possessions, and I think that's what's led to the lead, of course.
I am really curious about Alan Silva now. You got the lead in Burnett with 5 fouls. I think Sason has 4 for them. We'll see how he handles that, but Burnett was in the game right before the timeout. And as you said, Jeremy Robinson with a nice little run on his own now. And we'll see if anybody will take over, as we saw in several games last week. And for Solar Universe, you wonder what the strategy is for Artie Wilson. He's got the timeout. He's talking to his team, and we'll see what they come up with. And we've seen Al Kaiwan do a good job, but not quite like last week, of course. Grantco Pacific is aware of his shooting and is playing a lot tougher deep. I give Tim Shepard a lot of credit because we know what the other guys have done for Solar Universe. Tim Shepard has elevated his game kind of back to the old days, what we've seen tonight with the offensive and defensive rebounding.
Well, I think he has 4. How many points he has? 6 points?
Tim Shepard has, and we'll get his point totals, only 2 points.
Yeah, he only has 2 points, but he's done a good job.
They give him 5 rebounds.
Yeah, he's done a good job offensively.
Low of the ball, loses it. Sason with the ball, covered by Wong, who will foul him. 13-16 left in the half. That is 3 fouls on Al-Kai Wong. Farmon is credited with 7 rebounds. Stan Hardinger with 10 for Grantco Pacific. Inbounding the ball, Sean Cadell. 5 team fouls for Solar Universe, only 2 for Grantco Pacific.
I think before the game, you and I both agreed that Grantco Pacific had the much bigger team and probably are out-rebounding them right now.
They have the height, sure, but when you got Derek Lowe on the other side, I think you've got as good of a chance. Robinson with the ball, covered by Smith now, pulls up, nothing there. Stan Hardinger in the lane. Left-handed layup is good by Stan Hardinger and is a 9-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Solar Universe in a little bit of an offensive funk right now. Low with the ball, looking for a screen, nothing there, covered by Sason. Drives into the paint. He is fouled by J.P. Sason. And they're going to count that basket.
The basket counts?
Well, one ref is saying yes.
Come on.
And I think the other ref might be saying no. Artie Wilson is saying it should be good.
That's impossible.
And on the scoreboard, it is credited.
Totally impossible. It can't be good.
Now they're saying no basket, which is why Artie is not that happy. Now on J.P. Sason, I believe that is his 4th foul. We're going to double check. 5 fouls for Sason.
Well, he can't guard Derek Lowe on his
You've got 2 players in the game for Grantco with 5 fouls right now. Remember, you get 6 in this league. Lowe inbounding the ball, getting the ball out of bounds. Covered by Sason. And I'm not sure if Derek Lowe knows that Sason has 5. He is fouled. I think that's going to go to Stan Hardinger as Derek Lowe drives to the basket. We'll see who they call that on. It is on J.P. Sason, and he knows that is his 6th foul. 12:35 left in the game, in a half. And J.P. Sason fouls out. Shakes hands with everybody on the other side. And I would assume Alan Silva was aware of that, but left him in the game. And now we're going to see Brian Mason in his first appearance for Grantco Pacific out of Lelehua High School. And you got to wonder about Josh Burnett. If Josh Burnett gets another foul, he is out of the game. 9-point lead for Grantco. You would think they could afford to maybe rest the guy with fouled. That shot will be no good by Wong. There was a buzzer as the scorekeepers are checking with the referees about the fouls.
Stop it.
12:35 left in the second half. 9-point lead, 70-61 for Grantco Pacific. And I know they're checking on fouls. I'm not sure exactly on who right now, but whatever it is, they've got it settled at the scorer's table.
See, they still have Farmon on the bench, and, you know, I think, he have 2 fouls?
Farmon, we will check on his fouls. He's got only 1. I think they're just giving him a breather when you got the lead.
So they're just giving him a breather, and
which
he's going to go right back in.
Josh Burnett.
And with this 5, it would be a very good lineup. And if Josh Burnett fouls out, then this young man that just came in would have a little bit of playing time, and he'd be all right.
To me, is if you got Burnett who fouls out, then you've got only 5 players. Like you've only got 4 players who will play the majority of the game now. Again, Brian Mason coming in his first appearance of the night for Grantco Pacific, number 21. And they do count that shot.
What?
Wow. Wow. I don't know how they do that. There was a buzzer, and Grantco was resting, knowing there was a buzzer. The shot by Wong apparently is good. 3-pointer makes it 70-64 for Grantco Pacific. I would be complaining about that more if I was Alan Silva. Cadell with the ball, drives into the lane. Layup is no good. Shepard controls the ball. Almost travels, tries to find Eno streaking to the basket, tips it to Wong, who finds Eno underneath the basket for the easy scoop layup. And now we've got a stoppage in play.
How could
70-66. I agree with you. If there's a buzzer, no matter what the reason is, the play is stopped. One team stopped. In fact, about 8 players on the court stopped, except for Okai Wong. We'll see if that makes a difference in the game. 12:08 left. 70-66, Grantco, 4-point lead.
Of course it'll make a difference. There's no question it makes a difference right now.
It does right now. I agree. Stan Hardinger dribbling the ball, not really a strength, and he loses it to Farmon, who misses the layup. Smith with the rebound over to Enos. Finds Wong on the right side. Drives baseline over Cadell. Finds Tim Shepard way out. Not in Tim Shepard's range. Low with the 3 from the left corner. Nothing but net from Derek Lowe. We haven't seen a 3 in a while, but that is another for Derek Lowe. 25 points for Derek Lowe. 1 point game, 1 point lead for Grantco, and they have the ball. Cadell with the ball, covered by Wong. Goes to his left, goes up for a 3, and it is good by Sean Cadell. The threes are starting to fall again, Tony. 4 point lead for Grantco.
That was a big play, and that was an excellent shot by Cadell, who has improved his game a lot over the years. That's all I can say.
Enos over to Shepard in the right corner. Again, out of his range. Gives it back out top to Wong. Driving on the right side. Covered by Cadell. Drives into the paint, left hand. Pull-up jumper. 8 feet out is short. Farman with another rebound over to Cadell. 4 point lead for Grantco. 10:48 left in the half. Robinson with the ball. Screen coming up by Stan Hardinger. Robinson goes around. No pick and roll there. Robinson turnarounds. Gives us cutting Cadell. Driving to the basket on the left baseline, and he makes a nice shot.
Outstanding pass. Just a terrific pass. Great vision by Jeremy. Terrific vision.
6 point lead for Grantco. 75-69. Low with the ball. Shepard about to set a screen. Low covered by Farman. Goes up for a 3. Hits the back of the rim, is out. Wong goes way up for the rebound, but loses it out of bounds. And they say it is off of Grantco. So Solar Universe will control possession. 10:13 left. 6 point lead for Grantco. Smith inbounds to Low. Nothing baseline. Pulls it back out. Little one-hander. It is off. And it is out off of Kavika Smith's hand. Grantco Pacific with the ball, up by 6. Jeremy Robinson inbounding to Sean Cadell. About to hit the 10-minute mark of the first half. Cadell covered by Wong. Over to Stan Hardinger. Pulls up for a 3. Stan Hardinger with another 3 for Grantco Pacific. 21 points for Christian Stan Hardinger. 9 point lead for Grantco Pacific. Wong with the ball. He goes up for a 3. Back of the rim, off. Cadell with the rebound, but is knocked away. Lowe controls it, though. Over to Derby Enos. He'll pull up for a 3. It is short. Robinson with the rebound. Nothing down court with Burnett. Gives it Cadell cutting in the lane. Loose ball to Stan Hardinger. He goes in for a layup. 11-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Artie Wilson calling a timeout. 9:24 left in the second half. 80-69, 11-point lead. Grantco appeared to be in trouble right around this time in the first half, but at this point in the second half, they are in complete control right now, Tony.
Well, you know, that's what happens when the 3-point shots you take don't fall. And they're not falling for Solar Universe, and they are falling for Grantco Pacific. So that's a big difference. You know, I think it's amazing. Basketball's an amazing game. Most of the games that you ever watch are based on runs. One team makes a run, another team makes a run. And when you're winning by 10, 12, 13 points, you sit back and say, okay, sooner or later, here they come. And when you're watching a pro game or you're watching almost any basketball game, there's always a series of runs, and it makes the game, I think, very interesting.
You know what I think is great about this right now as we watch a replay, the last basket by Stan Hardinger. They're coming out of the timeout in just a second. Is that we're seeing a lot of great passing by both teams. It's not where one team has a lot more talent or just shooting on fire and the other one isn't. There is great passing. To me, that is a difference in this game right now with Grantco and an 11-point lead.
Well, I think what happens when you see this type of ball game in the summer, you see a lot of individual moves because there's not really a lot of team basketball played. So it makes it very interesting.
Low with the ball for Solar Universe, down by 11. See what Artie Wilson came up with during that timeout. Low drives into the lane, left-handed shot is blocked by Farman. Robinson with the ball for Grantco. Gets a cutting Farman who misses the layup. Wong almost traveled with the loose ball, finds it Derek Lowe open by himself, little fake, and it is good. I got to give Farman credit. He blocked the shot, came down court, missed a layup, and came down and almost blocked another shot.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Farman. But Lowe, they do make the basket, cutting it down to 9 points. 9-point lead for Grantco, 8:45 left in the second half. Jeremy Robinson with a screen by Stan Hardinger looking for the pick and roll, but Kavika Smith knows it's coming, knocks the ball away. Robinson controls it to a Cadell. who goes to the basket. They're calling a 3-second. We don't see a lot of 3-second calls in this league, but that was one of them. And Solar Universe trying to get within 7 or even 6 on this possession. Alkai Wong with the ball, covered by Stan Hardinger. Looks to his left. Derek Lowe loses the ball out of bounds, but they say it's knocked off of Cadell. 18 on the shot clock as Alkai Wong out of UH Hilo inbounding the ball in front of his own bench.
Ooh.
Derek Lowe gets the inbound. Covered by Stan Harding, now drives baseline. Nothing there, comes back out to Shepard. Over to Wong for a long 3. Hits the back of the rim, and Farmon with another rebound. Gives it over to Jeremy Robinson. Covered by Smith.
Don't foul, Kavika.
And Kavika Smith knocks the ball out right in front of us. 8:06 left in the second half. 9-point lead, 80-71. Jeremy Robinson bounding the ball. Stan Harding with the ball covered tightly by Kavika Smith. Drives baseline. Layup is no good. Kavika Smith, good defense and good rebound.
Well, Kavika Smith plays the same exact defense he does with 4 fouls, 5 fouls, 1 foul, no foul.
Wong with the layup, going in for a layup pass at the Shepard who loses the ball. Grantco controlled. Josh Burnett pulling up for a 3. And that is good. Nice shot by Joshua Burnett, getting the lead back up to double digits. 83-71, 12-point lead for Grantco. Derby Enos with the ball. Finds Low down baseline. Nothing there, but turns around, goes up for the shot, misses. Farmon, another rebound. Farmon now double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Burnett with the ball. Picks up the dribble. Farmon down baseline, tried to get a bounce pass to Burnett, thought he was going to cut to the basket. He did not, but the ball is knocked out of bounds, and Grantco will get the ball back with 7:13 left in the second half. 83-71 is the score, 12-point lead. Alan Silva calling another timeout for Grantco Pacific. Again, one thing I also will say about this game, Tony, is that both teams, as the cliche goes, is leaving it out there on the court. They're both playing their best basketball. We're not seeing a lot of unforced turnovers, a lot of sloppy play. It's just the opposite. Good play by both teams, good hard play, good teamwork, good passing.
Well, I think the last 7 minutes of the game will really have a tell, because one of the teams will start to get a little bit tired, and I think that other team will take over control of the game. If it's Grantco Pacific, they'll run away with it. If it's Solar Universe, they'll come back and make it a tough ball game.
As we're looking at the last three-pointer made by Grantco Pacific on the replay, and sometimes in these games you'll say, well, you know, if you're up by 12 with 3 or 4 minutes left, it might be out of reach. Can't say that in the Summer League. We've seen too many great comebacks, not only in this playoffs, but over the years here. No lead is safe in this league.
Solar Universe is loaded with three-point shooters, so they're never out of the game. As long as they can shoot, they're in the game.
Right, it's a 12-point lead. Now, again, if you're Artie Wilson, you're not quite thinking that way. You want to cut it down. You don't want to be down by double digits with 2 or 3 minutes left. But again, that game would not be out of reach. Right now, a 12-point lead for Grantco.
And in a few minutes, he'll take out Sam Shepard, put in Alkai Wong if they're losing, in hopes of, you know, generating a lot of points being
right,
scored.
probably putting Alkai Wong on the bench, give him a little breather, saving him for the stretch. Grantco gets the ball inbounded, but it's tipped away by Tim Shepard. Over to McCullough. Vienna back to McCullough. Vienna drives to the lane. Dish off to Shepard. Comes it back outside. Over to Derek Lowe. Covered by Jeremy Robinson. Over the top pass for Shepard, who almost loses it. Gives it back out to McCullough. 11 on the shot clock. Vienna drives to his right. Bounce pass to Shepard. He gets the ball blocked. Back out to McCullough. 4 on the shot clock. Back of the rim and off. Farmon loses the ball, but it goes off of Tim Shepard's leg. Out of bounds. Grantco will keep possession of the ball and a 12-point lead.
That was a long possession. A lot of time went off that clock.
Very rarely see the shot clock go down to 2 or 3 in this league, but we just did. Sean Cadell with the ball.
They go inside now to Stan Hardinger. It's all over. It cannot be guarded by that young man. No way.
Keep looking for that pick and roll. Nothing there, but it is there a little late. But Stan Hardinger gets a dump
Can't
pass
guard that guy.
And converts. McCullough coming down court by himself. Burnett tries to cut him off. Had to be careful with the 5 fouls. McCullough gets the layup. 85-73. Grantco still up by 12. And we are getting at about the 6-minute mark of the second half.
Watch it.
Robinson with the ball. Picks up the dribble.
Timeout.
13 on the shot clock. Cadell gets the ball, but almost loses it, and they say he does go out of bounds. Good defense by Solar Universe there.
Come on, guys.
5:57 left. Derek Lowe with the ball. I don't think we're going to see Derek Lowe sit the rest of this game.
They better not sit Derek Lowe. They don't have a chance.
Goes in the left shot. Goes in the left side of the lane.
Oh, wow.
Shot is no good though by Derek Lowe. Robinson gets the ball off of an outlet by Christian Stanhardinger. Pulls it up for a three. It is off. Loose ball picked up by Drew Vienna. He comes back, looks for Derek Lowe. He goes up for a three on the left side. It is short. It's the front of the rim. Derek Lowe contains possession. Bounce pass to Shepard. Back out to McCullough for a three. It is short. Shepard with the offensive rebound. It is off. He gets the rebound and is fouled. We're seeing a lot of short three-pointers
Well,
now.
you know why?
They're tired.
Of course, they're tired. Their legs are gone, and that's the end of the three-point shooting on their side. That's
I don't
very
think it's
difficult.
going to be the end of the attempts. It might be the end of the converted threes.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But
They look like they're tired on their shots now.
because I think Grantco Pacific did a good job of running them. You know, they ran them and ran them and ran them and took away their legs.
Solar Universe inbounding the ball. Derek Lowe over on the right side, covered by Jeremy Robinson. Fakes, goes left, pulls back out. 7-footer is off. Stan Hardinger the rebound, one-handed rebound. Jeremy Robinson brings the ball up, covered by McCullough. McCullough looking for the steal, nothing there. Stan Hardinger passes back out to Cadell. Three is off. Stan Hardinger gets the offensive rebound. Back out to the left corner for Burnett, drives baseline, and is short on his layup. Wong controls the rebound. Brings it up mid-court, goes up for a three. This is good by Alkai Wong, and this is what we saw a lot of last Saturday by Alkai Wong. He is up to 24 points now with that three. 9-point lead for Grantco Pacific. 4:30 left in the second half. Burnett with the ball, looking for Stan Hardinger. Finds him, spins to his right, gets fouled. I think by Drew Vienna, they're going to call that one on. And Stan Hardinger, they are not in the bonus. Both teams had 5, and that is now the 16th foul. And they're going to say he was going up 2 shots for Stan Hardinger.
They can't guard
16
him.
fouls for Solar Universe, 5 for Grantco.
They can't guard him with Dean Vienna. It's way too much of a mismatch. They shot a three there that shouldn't have been shot because it didn't run the clock down.
Stan Hardinger makes the first. That is 26 points for Stan Hardinger. 10-point lead for Grantco.
Beautiful.
Another shot, 11-point lead, and the second free throw is good by Stan Hardinger, 27 points. Looks like this could be the last time we see Christian Stan Hardinger in a game here in Hawaii. Wong with a long three. That is short. Robinson with the rebound. Finds the streaking Cadell off the left side. Goes in for a little finger roll, sort of. Thought about a dunk and just kind of let it roll off. It is good. 13-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Vienna back the other way. Loses the ball, but Wong picks it up. His three is short. He's not quite in the zone he was in last week. Robinson with the ball. Less than 4 minutes left. 13-point lead for Grantco. Robinson driving to the lane, and he traveled, looking for a bounce pass to Farmon, but he took the little extra step there, and good call by the refs. 3:48 left in the second half. Kavika Smith back in the game for Drew Vienna for Solar Universe.
Horrible clock management. Horrible clock management.
Derek Lowe with the ball, down by 13. Drives in the lane, slips, keeps the ball. Picks up a dribble, though. No-look pass to McCullough, drives baseline, gives it up to Shepard, and he makes the basket. Good teamwork, good basket by Tim Shepard, good passing by Solar Universe. Burnett with the ball, but Alan Silva is going to call a timeout. 11-point lead for Grantco Pacific. 3:28 left in the game. Fouls aren't going to be as much of an issue. Again, Joshua Burnett has been playing with 5 fouls for a very long time. They're not going to sit him, obviously. You go with your best guys now. We've seen one player foul out, J.P. Sason, for Grantco Pacific. Burnett with 5. Nobody else with 5 fouls on the court. But you talked about clock possession, clock management. If you're Grantco, you might want to use the clock a little bit more.
I think they had 4 possessions here. They scored on one of them, and if they had held the ball and gotten fouled, I think they would have been able to score more points, and there would have been a lot less time on the clock. 3 minutes and 28 seconds is a long time to go. You can score a lot of points, especially Solar Universe. They can shoot it. If they get a little hot streak here, it's going to make the game a lot tighter than it should be.
Well, if they're going to get a hot streak, they better do it pretty soon. There still is a lot of time, and it's really only a 4-possession game. But you don't want to stay around that 10, 11-point mark. You want to cut it down to 4 or 5 if you can, about the 2-minute mark. One timeout left for Grantco Pacific. They have used a lot. Sean Cadell inbounding the ball right in front of us, a little to our left. Covered by Kona Makala. Gives it over to Jeremy Robinson. Covered by Derek Lowe. Drives in the paint, spin, nothing there. Back to Stan Hardinger for a 3. Shot is off. Kai Wong with the rebound. He goes one end to the other, drives in the lane to a Tim Shepard on his left side. He pulls it back out, back over to McCullough. McCullough goes in for the layup, but didn't really have the balance there, but he is fouled on his way in. Kona McCullough will go to the line for 2, trying to cut it down to 9. And you talk about clock management. I see Tony Solito giving me the look. And I'm not sure if Alan Silva has instructed his team to use more time, but I would tell him to wait a good 15 seconds every possession. Even if you got an open look, the clock is on your side right now. Kona McCullough at the line for 2. First one is good. 10-point lead for Grantco. McCullough up for the second, and it is good for Kona McCullough. That is his 15th point of the game. Robinson gets the ball back over to Cadell. 9-point lead for Grantco as we approach the 3-minute mark.
Stop it.
Cadell seems like he's about to use some clock. 17 left in the shot clock. Screen by Stan Hardinger. And they call an offensive on Sean Cadell. No argument on him. He tried to get a little space between himself and Kona McCullough, but he did push off with the left arm. And now Solar Universe with the ball down by 9. It's only a 3-possession game. A lot of time left. 2:46 left in the second half. Lowe hesitates, drives into the lane, but he is fouled before he gets a shot up. And it looks like he'll go to the line for a 1-on-1.
So Grantco Pacific has had the lead.
With a 9:30 mark, I believe, right
they
around
had a
there.
13, 14-point lead. They have still not run down the clock. They have not gotten into 1-on-1 yet. And they could have gotten into 1-on-1 at any time they chose. They were up so high.
And that last possession, for them, I think it was using the clock. They used about 15 seconds. First shot is good by Derek Lowe. It's only an 8-point lead now for Grantco.
Now it's a ball game. 2.5 minutes is an eternity. Eternity in basketball. Eternity.
Derek Lowe with 27, looking to make it 28, and he does. 7-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Plenty of time left now. Robinson with the ball. Covered by Lowe. Stan Hardinger thinks about a 3, but pulls it back out. Way over on the left side to Burnett. He fakes, pulls it back out. Covered by Wong. Tim Shepard all over Stan Hardinger. And Kavika Smith just grabbed Joshua Burnett for his 5th foul. Kavika Smith now with 5 as Burnett was about to get a layup. So kind of smart foul by Kavika Smith. You were going to give up an easy 2 points if you did not stop him on that. And as some coaches were going to say, as we watch it here on the replay, if you're going to foul him on a layup, make sure he doesn't make the layup. Make your foul worth it. Burnett in the line for 2. First one, nothing but net. 8-point lead, 90-82. 2:25 left in the second half. We will talk to the winning coach and several players after the game. Burnett misses the second free throw. Wong with the rebound. 8-point lead for Grantco. Wong looks to go to the paint, pulls it back out. Now goes baseline. Double team. The ball is knocked out, but he finds McCullough, who misses the layup. Stan Hardinger controls the ball. Looked like a foul. No call. Burnett goes up, and he is fouled by Tim Shepard. I thought Stan Hardinger was fouled on the other end, but no call. Joshua Burnett, though, was definitely fouled by Tim Shepard. And for Tim Shepard, that is his 4th foul. 8 teams fouls for both teams. 2:10 left in the second half. Burnett and Grantco up by 8. Burnett looking to make it a 10-point lead. As they sweep up a little perspiration on the floor. Burnett getting ready for the first free throw. And it is good. 9-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Ten-point lead as he makes both free throws. Joshua Burnett 2 for 2 on that free throw scenario. McCullough with the ball, pulls it back out, now throws up a three. It is good. As Shepard knocks down Burnett, no call. 7-point lead, 1:56 left. Cadell with the ball, almost traveled, but loses the ball. Kavika Smith gets knocked to the ground. They call it out of Stan Hardinger, who picks up Kavika Smith. 1:52 left, 7-point lead for Grantco Pacific. Stan Hardinger inbounding. And the refs are going to get together.
That was a very difficult possession to watch, and no fouls have been called. Not one.
Still not sure what that was about, but Christian Stan Hardinger is still going to inbound the ball. 1:52 left. Finds Farman. Gives it back to Stan Hardinger, dribbling the ball. Not exactly his strength, as I keep saying, loses the ball to Derek Lowe. Derek Lowe pulls up for a three. Wong with a rebound, but he loses it out of bounds, and they're going to call it off of Wong. Grantco Pacific fortunate on that. Again, Christian Stan Hardinger, one of the best players in this league. He got the most outstanding player for the season, but ball handling is not his strength. But he loses the ball there. He has the ball again, dribbling it again, double team, and he travels with the ball this time. If I'm Alan Silva, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he does not dribble the basketball. He does everything else so well. Derby Enos reporting in the game for Solar Universe. 1:35 left in the second half. As Tim Shepard will take a little breather. Kavika Smith inbounding, finds Alkai Wong. Covered by Jeremy Robinson. And smart play by Alkai Wong. He got Jeremy Robinson up in the air, and then he went up and drew the foul. It'll be 3 free throws for Alkai Wong. 7-point lead, could cut it down to 4. And that is 5 on Jeremy Robinson. And you wonder if Artie Wilson is going to check on that and maybe tell his players, let's see if Jeremy Robinson wants to play tough and maybe commit a 6th foul. Wong for his first. It is good. 25 for Alkai Wong. Second free throw is good. 92-87. Minute 30 left. Looking to cut it to a 4-point deficit.
There's more than enough time.
Right now, definitely.
Enough time. The way Grantco Pacific shoots the ball as soon as they touch it,
Alkai Wong makes a shot.
More times they get possession.
27 points for Alkai Wong. 4-point game, 92-88. Cadell double team with the ball. Almost carries it. And I thought that could have been a carry, but they do call a foul on, I believe, Kona McCullough. Be a 1-and-1 for Sean Cadell. 1:26 left in the second half. As we see the replay where Cadell did get fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. 1-and-1. Next foul will be 2 foul shots for both teams. And he makes the first. Better free throw shooting by Cadell today than last week.
That's a nice shot. It's an important shot.
93-88. Cadell makes both. Big shot, 6-point lead, 2-possession game. As Derby Enos coming in for Shepard. Like an offensive defensive switches for Artie Wilson.
Remember what I told you before, they're going to take him out and put in a 3-point shooter. Plenty time.
Kavika Smith down to Derek Lowe. Sees an open lane to the basket and takes the layup because nobody really wanted to cover him tight. 94-90. Robinson loses the ball to Derek Lowe. Derby Enos thinks about a 3 and now takes a 3. And it is good by Derby Enos. Wow, Derby Enos with a big 3. Came in the game for offense, and he hits the 3 off of the Robinson turnover. 1-point game. Tony, this is deja vu all over again. 94-93. 1-point lead for Grantco. 1:08 left in the game.
I hope there's a lot of coaches out there watching this so they understand that at the end of the game, you hold the ball and get fouled. You don't keep shooting over and over again because the other team is going to catch up. And if they happen to have good three-point shooters, they're going to make a game of it.
And we just saw Derby with the 3 on the replay.
They've taken a 15-point game down to 1 point, and it's been entirely on Grantco Pacific's
I agree.
dime. It's unbelievable.
You got to use the clock. It's your friend. It's on your side, and they did not. A lot of unforced turnovers. We talked about a lot of a great play by both teams. A little bit sloppy down the stretch, more so for Grantco. Maybe tired legs on the outside shooting for Solar Universe, but they got a second win there in the last couple of minutes. We saw a big 3 by Derby Enos. Plenty of time left. Tony and I predicted it would go down to the last minute or last possession, and it appeared that's where we are right now with 1:08 left. Solar Universe down by 1, 94-93. Grantco Pacific with the ball. Stan Hardinger about to inbound for Grantco. Gets the ball to Cadell. Nice play by McCall. Knocks the ball out of bounds, looking for the quick steal. 27 on the shot clock. Stan Hardinger about to inbound once again. Finds Jeremy Robinson. Kind of double team there. Stan Hardinger trying to give a little space. Gets the ball down to Burnett. Now he pulls the ball back out. Cadell with the ball over on the left side. And they will use clock, we think. But Cadell drives in the lane. Fouled by Kavika Smith. And that will be the 6th foul on Kavika Smith.
Thank God they didn't hold it because they only ran off 4 seconds off
Right.
the clock.
We thought it looked like they were about to, but Cadell saw a little bit of space and decided to go baseline over on the left side. Cadell with the first free throw, and we're seeing Kavika Smith in the game. I guess that must be his 5th foul. We had it at 6 here, but we don't hear a buzzer. Cadell back for the second free throw, made the first. Better free throw shooting, good free throw shooting by Cadell.
Very difficult
Made
free
5
throws
in a
to
row
make.
now.
Pressure, under pressure.
Sean Cadell with 23 points.
Wow.
Kind of a quiet 23 in a way, but a great performance by him. 96-93, Grantco with a 3-point lead, 48 seconds left. Wong with the ball, drives into the paint, stops, back out to McCullough for an open 3. It's going to be way off. Rebound by Stan Hardinger, double team, almost traveled over to Burnett. He finds Farman, he finds Robinson, back outside to Cadell. They don't have to foul yet, but they do. Oh, timeout. Timeout by Alan Silva. Yeah, really. We haven't seen him hold it all game. Why start now? Alan Silva uses his last timeout. 26 seconds left. 96-93. 3-point lead for Grantco. They've got the ball. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. I want to thank the Olelo crew for doing a great job. John in the truck, all the staff here. Richard, of course, man who's responsible for all the stats here. Frank Calvi doing a great job. Also Ben for the guy who keeps getting warm water all game long for us here. We're just happy Ben's here. 26 seconds left. 96-93, 3-point lead.
I can't stand it. It's so exciting. I can't stand sitting here.
15 seconds left on the shot clock, so Grantco's going to have to shoot. Not that they would hold the ball anyway. Solar Universe will get the ball back. They don't have to foul yet. No timeouts left for Grantco. Robinson inbounding. Looking, gets to Cadell. He's going to pull it back out, use a little clock. Now they're down to 10 on the shot clock. Covered by Wong. Drives in the lane, finds a cutting Farman. Ball is blocked, but Stan Hardy picks it up, and that is loose ball. And it is Cadell with the ball. Now they have to foul with 10 seconds, now 9 seconds left in the game. That was a great opportunity for Solar Universe. As you talked about the height advantage for Grantco, that came into play on that last possession. They could not get the rebound off of several missed shots. And that was Solar Universe's chance to get the ball down by 3. Now they are down by 3, 9 seconds left. Cadell looking to make it a 2-possession game.
Well, one shot, one free throw will end it.
He's getting 2. And he makes the first.
That's
4
6 in
points.
a row?
Yes.
Excellent shooting. Excellent. Excellent.
24 points for Cadell. And now 25. Artie Wilson called the timeout. It's a two-possession game, and it would take
A 6-point play.
well, that and or maybe a major miracle to tie this game. You're going to have to make a shot. You don't necessarily have to go to 3 right now, but you have to get 2 shots. You're down by 5. You need a 2 and a 3. So I would go for the first quick shot. If you get a 3 right away, fine. But if you get somebody near the basket, go for that shot. Get the basket. And we'll check on the timeouts maybe for Artie Wilson's team. We know if they foul again, it's going to be 2 free throws for Grantco Pacific. You make a basket, you either go for the steal immediately, and if not getting the steal, you foul right away. It's the only chance you have. And we'll see if that strategy would work. It was a 30-second timeout. Solar Universe coming out of that timeout. Again, it's going to be a quick shot attempt. And if they miss the shot, they will foul immediately as well. Grantco Pacific looking to win the championship here. Grantco Pacific is the number 5 seed out of 6 teams in this league. They did not finish the end of the regular season strongly.
That's amazing, isn't it?
And Derek Lowe, you give him the ball. I think a bounce percent goes up for a 3, and he makes it. Derek Lowe with a 3. Artie Wilson calls another timeout. 2-point game, only 4 seconds left. That did take 5 seconds, so they've got a foul if they don't get the immediate steal. Down by 2. Now, if you don't get the steal and you foul, if Grantco only makes 1 out of 2, it's still a 1-possession game. You're going to have to force off or get off a quick 3, but there will be an opportunity for Solar Universe if they don't get the steal and if Grantco gets fouled and only makes 1 out of 2 free throws. 1 timeout. We'll check on the timeouts for Solar Universe, and they've got no timeouts left for either team. That was the last one. Go for the quick steal, and if not, you foul right away. 4 seconds left on the clock. Grantco Pacific looking to win the championship. 5 players in double figures for Grantco Pacific, led by Stan Hardinger, 27, Cadell, 25. Robinson with 20.
No, Josh, over here.
Robinson looks fine. Stan Hardinger. And only 1 second went off. Kavika Smith, that's got to be his 6th foul, as he fouls Stan Hardinger, who'll go to the line for 2. And that is it for Kavika Smith. Derby Enos will come in the game for Kavika Smith. 98-96, Grantco up by 2. Stan Hardinger looking to make it a 2-possession game. As Kavika Smith shakes hands with players on both teams. Good sportsmanship there by Kavika Smith. Nice round of applause by the fans here. Goes to the Grantco bench to shake their hands. Even shaking the hands of the ball boys and girls. I think he shook everybody's hand but Ben. Stan Harding with the line for 2. And he makes the first. 3-point game. This will ice it if Christian Stan Hardinger can convert this free throw. And if you're Alan Silver, you're telling the team, don't foul, let him shoot. And he makes them both 4-point game, 100-96. 3 seconds left. Solar Universe inbounds. And they're going to let Derek Lowe shoot a 3, which he misses. And that will do it. Grantco Pacific, as you hear the scream by Christian Stan Hardinger, winning the championship here at the 2014 championship game of the NCAA Summer League. 100-96 is the final as both teams shake hands. And a great game. Give both teams credit. Stan Hardinger gets 29 points, leads the way for Grantco Pacific. 25 for Cadell, 20 for Jeremy Robinson, 14 for Joshua Burnett. Farbod Farman from HPU, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Great job there. For Solar Universe, Derek Lowe with 34, Alkai Wong 27, Kona McCalla 18. Great game. We're going to talk to the winning coach and several players for Grantco Pacific as they win the championship. Well, Tony, we said it was going to come down to the end. It basically did.
Of course, it did. You know, I think that I think that both teams had a chance to win at the end, and it just so happened that Grantco Pacific, with a 13, 14-point lead at one point, held on to win and did a good job. So it was a great game, I thought.
Right, I agree. I mean, remember in the first half where Solar Universe had a 13-point lead.
Yes,
and then Grantco cut it to, I think it was 6 at the half. And a great comeback. Great game by both teams. I don't think if you're Artie Wilson's Solar Universe team, you're going to hang your head or feel down about this game. You did lose, but you played hard. You left it all out there in the court.
I thought they both did an excellent job. I thought it was a great night for the fans, a great night for us, watching the game, having the best seats in the house.
Yes.
And a great job for both coaches. They did a good job.
And we are going to talk to the winning coach, Alan Silva, in just a few minutes as we're seeing some of the replays. Solar Universe making the comeback a little too late, but they did make a valiant effort down the stretch, so give them credit. And we are going to get Alan Silva here in just a couple of minutes. We will also get Christian Standharding, and we'll see if anybody else is available to give us a little talk about the game. Again, a great game. The number 5 seed, there's 6 teams in this league, and the number 5 seed, Grantco Pacific, goes 3-0 in the playoffs, and they win the championship 100-96. Great game, and we'll give you some of the stats again in a little bit as Artie Wilson's team still being talked to by Artie, letting them know not to hang their head. Grantco Pacific enjoying a little speech at midcourt, and we are going to get the trophy presentation coming up in just a second. We'll be back with that in just a second.
And the coach got to go in there too. Everybody got to smile. What about that guy? Closer, closer. Hey, this way, this way, this way. Ready? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can.
And we are back here with the winning coach, Alan Silva of Grantco Pacific. Alan, congratulations on the championship.
Thank you very much.
How many have you won in this league? Do you remember?
As a player, 2. As a coach, 1.
Your first one.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts in the first half? You guys were down by 13, and there's always a lot of time left in this league. No lead is safe, but you guys were down by 13, but you cut it down to single digits by halftime.
Yeah, we just said keep playing, guys. Keep playing, play defense, help each other, and they did it.
I thought it was interesting that one of your players, Josh Burnett, he was in foul trouble. He had 4 at the half, 5 with about 17 minutes left. Yet you kept him in the game. What was your thinking there?
He's a great defensive player besides the scorer. I just told Josh, please, no more fouls. You want to stay in the game? Play defense without fouls. And he just played smart. That's why he stayed in the game.
Now down the stretch, you guys had the lead. Were you wanting your team to maybe use the clock a little bit more because they weren't really sitting on the lead? They weren't using the clock, and the lead kept on getting bigger.
We wanted to stay aggressive and try to burn the clock down to about 25 seconds if possible. But, some things look so juicy when you're on the court that are shooting. And we're lucky the balls went in.
Yeah, good shooting by both teams. What are your thoughts on one of your players, Christian Standharding, the leading scorer in this league? Had a great game again tonight. What are your thoughts on him now coaching him throughout the summer?
He's an incredible player. One of the better players that ever played at UH in many years. And our offense, as you could see, would give him the ball as much as possible. Christian had to get touches. And he did a good job. But what Christian did tonight, when they double teamed him, he dumped it off. He dumped it off. Yeah.
You guys did the pick and roll really well. And one of your players, Jeremy Robinson, who's almost as old as you, he's been playing for so long. He did a great job offensively with his shooting. And again, he and Christian using that pick and roll for perfection.
The pick and roll was our money offense tonight. Because before we'd put Christian down in the hole, and they were doubling him, tripling him. But the pick and roll spread everything out, and it worked very well.
What are you going to do with the trophy?
I'll give it to Jeremy Robinson because he's been with Grantco for many years. We call him the grandfather of Grantco already. Okay.
I said he was almost as old as you, and we have the trophy right here. And maybe you can just take a picture, then you can keep a picture of the trophy at your house.
No problem. These guys earned this trophy. Okay. All right.
We get to hold it for a little while, so that's good. Again, congratulations. It was a great championship game. It was a great playoff. You guys go 3-0. It was a great league. You guys were the 5th seed. Now, how about that? The 5th seed out of 6 winning the championship.
Just how we planned it. Play in the playoff and play well. And, we got really lucky we played together.
You kind of paced yourself in the regular season.
Sort of, but we had so many players that were missing games. And so every game was a surprise who's showing up. But the playoff, from last week to now, everybody showed up. Everybody showed up and played.
Well, great performance. Again, congratulations. Great game. You guys definitely deserved it. And that was Alan Silva joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to get one of the players from Grantco Pacific. In fact, the leading scorer, the most outstanding player in the regular season, scored the most in these playoffs as well. And I thought I was getting a medal here, but it says, yeah, this is not my medal, that is for sure. I thought I was getting a medal. But this is for you, Christian Standhardinger.
Thank you very much, guys.
Congratulations on winning the championship.
Thank you very much, guys. My team did a tremendous job. We all fought. We were down 16, and then we showed tremendous will to go back and get back in the game. We did that, and we won it, and I have great teammates here. Great.
One of the things I noticed, especially in the second half, you guys shot well throughout the game, but it was a teamwork. You and Jeremy working the pick and roll, but no selfish play on anybody, good shooting by everybody. But I think that is one of the key reasons for you guys, as you said, trailing by 16 and then taking a 13-point lead later in the second half.
Definitely. I think we played the best game we played all season in the Summer League, and that's exactly how I want my team to be. If it counts, when it counts, then we produce and then we win. That's what champions do.
And I know we've seen you play at the University of Hawaii the last few years, and I guess it's got to feel good. If this is your last game in the state of Hawaii, you go out a winner.
Exactly. I always want to go out with a win, so I'm happy.
What were your thoughts down the stretch? Because you guys had that 13-point lead. They cut it down to, I believe, 3 was the closest that Solar Universe got. What was your thought process down the stretch?
I was like, if we just got to keep playing no matter what, if we're down, if we're up, the basketball game comes in waves, and you need to understand that. And throughout my experience, I understood that. I talked to my teammates, and we just kept coming, and that's why we won the game at the end.
Now, you told us in the pregame about your plans for the future. You're going to go play in a tournament in Chicago, visit family, and see what your agent has planned for you. How much longer are you going to be in Hawaii? Do you have any idea?
5 more days, and I'm gone. I told already rest. They don't have to deal with me anymore.
Well, they hear a lot from you. Now, let's talk about it.
We're all very happy.
I'm sure they will. You do a lot of talking to the refs. Is that part of your game? Communicate back with you?
Well, today not that good. Normally the communication is great. Today was not that great. I think because Hardy's team, they were favorites, so they got some nice calls, but it's okay. We kept coming, and as champions, you gotta go against weaker odds.
I actually thought it was one of your quieter games.
Well, today they didn't want me to talk, so I had to stop. They said they're gonna give me a technical if I keep talking, so I had to stop talking. But you know what? Jeremy did all the talking for me, so we'll be fine. We'll be fit.
Well, again, congratulations on the championship. You leave Hawaii with a bang going out with this game. Again, the most outstanding player. You win the trophy. You win the championship. And, again, Hawaii fans are going to have fond memories of Christian Standhardinger. I can't touch the trophy. I didn't win it. But we're going to get some shots here of Christian. Again, congratulations. And we'll take a couple more shots and then talk to one more of your teammates. And that was another great performance by Christian Standhardinger. Congratulations, Christian. Good job. And we're going to talk to another one of the former University of Hawaii players for Grantco Pacific, Jeremy Robinson, joining us now. And we had a chance to talk to Jeremy on our radio show yesterday and got your thoughts on the preparation and getting ready for this game. It kind of went as planned, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said from the beginning, we're a great team. It just takes some patience, some time. We have our spurts, and we withstand a great Solar Universe team. You know, it just takes withstanding those guys.
You've been through many games, whether at UH, in this league, overseas. When you're trailing by 13 or 16 in the first half, what goes through your mind?
Honestly?
Yes.
I got to figure out how I can get myself involved and help my team out, honestly. Far as being aggressive, figure something out that gets us in rhythm, and, you know, it worked out for us today.
Now, your shot seemed to be falling a lot in the second half. You really started getting aggressive, and that was one of the keys for your team, Grantco, retaking the lead. What was it like down the stretch in the second half when you guys were trailing, but then regained the lead and got it up to 13 on your own?
Again, withstanding it as a team, still defending, not going down, because we were down early, and they were really, really pumped and everything. But like I said, we had to withstand what they had going on and finish the game, play smart, execute, those type of things that win championships.
One of the things Tony Solito and I were saying down the stretch is that both teams really passed the ball well, unselfish play, smart play, and we talked to your coach about this a minute ago, but you and Christian with a pick and roll was really working tonight.
Well, yeah, I love a big man that can play. Christian's really talented player. I wish him well on this journey as a professional. Of course, everybody has some things to work on, but it was a joy playing with him because he's a passionate player. He's very passionate about the game, and that comes with the passion comes with winning. You know, he cares, and I'm the same way. So it may seem like an argument, but we're trying to figure it out. Yeah, and plus his accent don't help.
Right. Let's talk about a couple more of your teammates. Sean Cadell.
Oh, yeah.
He really responded. I think he had 23 points tonight, but he had a quiet 23. He hit his free throws down the stretch. Talk about his game.
I've been knowing Sean since he was 22 years old. We've been playing together in the summer league since then. Grew together with him. Been knowing him for a long time. He got more heady, more smart as a player. He's more aggressive as a player. He's turned into a leader, and I'm very proud of him. Very proud of him.
Now, Josh Burnett, I know you watched a lot of him in high school at Maryknoll over the years. Talk about his performance tonight. He had a great game, and he had 5 fouls with about 17 minutes left. Didn't foul out. Again, Josh is one I expect to really, really go far and represent Hawaii because he's been here since he was little. He's a local kid. And I hope everybody get behind him and support him because he's going to do some great things. He's a really talented kid. He has all the tools. I've just seen enough of him. I've seen a whole lot because I coach him with my club, and he come up big all summer. Alan Silva, your coach, said he's going to let you keep the trophy you've been playing for so long. What are you going to do with the trophy?
I'm going to watch it for a little while at my house. There's nothing else to do with it. Just put it on up on the mantle. I do have a trophy room, surprisingly, and I'm going to put it on up there and just love it for a little minute.
Well, again, congratulations. It was a great game. You guys definitely earned it, definitely deserved it. Congratulations, and enjoy the trophy and the championship.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, that was Jeremy Robinson joining us here. We're going to get some pictures here. Again, a great performance by everybody on both teams. I think both teams played their hearts out, left it all out there in the court. Nothing to hang your heads if you're a soul of the universe. Great comeback, great performance. It was a very exciting championship game here at Manoa Rec Center. We're going to get one more player in here for Grantco Pacific, and we just talked about Sean Cadell. What a great game. And Sean, your thoughts on the championship tonight?
Well, it was a hard game. They came out shooting really well, but I knew if we denied Derek the ball, it would have took them out of their offense, so that's what we did. One
of the things that people might not realize and look too much into, maybe take it for granted, is free throw shooting. If we were keeping track correctly, you at your last 7 of the game. What were your thoughts of the free throw line down the stretch?
Well, I knew the previous couple of games I was struggling at the free throw line. That's why I came in early today to warm up, and I just had to knock them down tonight. So.
Now, when we look on the roster, you're from the Army. What brought you out here to Hawaii? Were you stationed out here, and that was how you ended up here?
Actually, I was in the Navy, so but yeah, I was in the Navy for about 4 years, and I got out early on a basketball scholarship to Chaminade. So that's what brought me out here. So I'm representing the Navy.
So you're still stationed out here currently?
Well, I'm not in the Navy anymore. I'm a reservist, so, but I'm still out here for good. So.
How many years have you been playing in the summer league?
Probably been about 6 years or so.
Is it your first championship?
Yes, it's my first championship.
How does it feel overall?
It feels good.
It's got to feel good to have your last game as a win. Only one team gets to do that, obviously, every year. So we're going to have you hold the trophy. And before Jeremy Robinson takes it home, we want to make sure everybody gets to hold it at least a little bit. But it's got to feel good. Now, last year, again, you guys didn't make the championship game. It was Walt's strategy winning the championship. What was it like in the playoffs? Because you guys went 3-0, and you're the 5th seed overall.
Well, we were struggling during the regular season. We lost about 6 games in a row. But we just had to get our strategy down, go to our main man, Christian, and just, control the game going through him. So.
What was it like playing with a guy like Christian Standhardinger?
He just made it real easy for everybody. Normally, I'm one of the guys in the post, but this year I got the roam on the perimeter, so he took everything down low.
Now you said a minute ago that one of the keys was slowing down and trying to stop Derek Lowe. He's been a great player at Washington State and in Europe and overseas for the last 6-7 years. What is it like playing against a great player trying to defend him?
Oh, he's tough. He's lightning quick, and he's a veteran out here. So we gotta pay special attention to him.
You guys gonna defend this championship and win it again next year?
Absolutely, we coming back again.
That's the confidence like. Well, congratulations, Sean. You deserved it. Congratulations on a great game. Grantco Pacific wins the championship 100-96. They win their first championship. We've talked to their coach and several players. Great performance by both teams. Congratulations to all the players and coaches. We want to thank everybody who was watching us on Olelo this championship game and last week as well. Thanks to the crew here, John and Richard, of the camera people. Technicians did a great job. Frank keeping our stats, doing a great job. Tony Solito, color commentator. And we look forward to another great playoffs next year. It's been a fun season. Grantco Pacific wins it all. We can't wait for next season to start.